XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, crypto, all rallying for October. Why? What the hell is going on? With no data from the Fed and the Bloomberg terminal suggesting that actually numbers on jobs wasn't good. Markets should be going down, but markets are going up. What is going on? Let's get ready. Our favorite crypto coin, XRP, is taking off. Yeah, you can shrug your shoulders, Mr. Economy. No one knows where the economy's going right now. XRP, this guy here isn't stressed anymore. No, he's making some money. The stress is over. No need to shout anymore at me. You can shout at yourself. The frustration is everywhere. I did the numbers. I studied the numbers. I worked it out. This should not be happening. But it's happening. What is going on? The stock market is rallying. Everything is pumping. Why? What is going on? Trade wars are still going on. Inflation is still sticky. We should be selling off, but we are not. What is happening on the market? While I'm sitting around watching, XRP is exploding. Is it about to go to the moon and leave me behind? Well, there's absolutely nothing I can do about it now as I step down the stairs and stand on the moon and do my numbers. Yep, and look very, very silly right now. Everybody's going, see, you were wrong. I'm left at the end of an umbilical cord, hanging alone all by myself in space, while the rest of you run down through space like a flipping blue-ass fly up a whippet's pipe. I don't even know what that is. But anyway, that's what's happening. Standing around I am, looking at the numbers, getting very confused. Are you confused, or are you making money? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to the show. Blimey, what is happening? I've no idea. Do you? Let's break it down and let's discuss exactly what's going on and why is this happening now. We were supposed to get jobs this morning. Every indication is jobs is softening. That means that the market should be coming down. It's not. We are 208% over GDP of the US economy on the stock market. This is worse than the dot-com crash. This is worse than COVID. This is worse than the housing bubble. This is worse than all recessions in history. And yet, the market keeps rallying. Are we in for one almighty crash? And while this is happening, something was made up, not even a real word, and that word was October. Not even a real word. Why? What is going on? Well, everybody said this would happen in October, so much so they called it October, that all crypto would rally because it always has before. Even though the rules have changed. Does no one care about fundamentals anymore? Does numbers and maths not mean anything? Well, it does seem that way because I've been left out in the cold. I was wrong. The market hasn't crashed yet, and the market is rallying up without me. But not all crypto is going up. Let's have a look at our crypto bubbles. We can see here, we can see Ape. Pointless coin, up 45%. Mog the cat, up 16%. Well, Coca-Cola, which prints money, down. What's going on? Bio is down though. Hex is down. Borg is down. Kaito, Hex, AVNT, Fluid, Bearer. There's quite a lot that's down, but there's a lot that's up as well. It's a very mixed bag. But if you're going to be in a coin, we all agree that XRP is the one to be in. Let's have a little look and see what we've got. Ethereum. Ethereum is up 2%. I sold it. I sold it all for a small loss. I would have been up now. Sensei just did the numbers with me. And in fact, I would have been up about $20,000 now. All the money I basically saved, I'd be back where I started. So am I out of the money? Well, not really, because I would have been down about 20 grand and now I'd be up about 20 grand. So I'm back where I started. But I've got a position in Coca-Cola, which I believe is the right thing to do in the current market. But where does the market go next? That's the big question. Now then, we are giving away 3 magic numbers in this show for you to win $2,000 minimum on XRP. $2,000 minimum on XRP. So your first magic number is going to come up, shall we say, on the hour, which is in 4 minutes. Your first magic number will come up on the hour, and I'll give you your first magic number, and then you can enter that into the competition to win $2,000. Only 5 people have claimed all the tickets. Most people can't be bothered. It's bizarre. The whole market is bizarre, but what do I know? I'm just buying businesses that make money. I want to buy XRP and Bitcoin. They were supposed to be coming down, but they're not. Have we found a bottom in Coca-Cola? I do believe we have. But it's not going to explode when I want it to, just because I want it to. It's sitting there waiting to take off. Sensei agrees with me. He said any moment that's going to explode, and you're going to make about, well, it was about 6 grand every percent. It's over that now. It's just over 6 grand for every 1% Coca-Cola goes up. And the idea was make a quick $100,000, trim from the top, and buy XRP, Bitcoin and Ethereum and back in the S&P. However, it's staying there, and crypto is going up without me. It's not waiting around. I'll give you your first magic number in 2.5 minutes. Stand by for your first magic number. We are going to open up the phone line, and you can all call in and take part in today's show. So here is the live video phone in. Here it is. You can now phone in. Anyone can be part of today's show. There it is. There's the link. Click on that, and you can call in. You can ask me questions. You can challenge me. You can tell me I was wrong. Clearly, I was wrong. XRP and Bitcoin was not supposed to go up yet, but it is. And don't tell me it's gone up because of a magical word called October, not even a real word. Is that the reason? I don't know. Doesn't make sense to me, but it has gone up. So if you want to call in, I would love to hear from you. So let's go into some comments and questions. Good to hear, Tony. October, yes, anointed flowers. 50 more tickets for the giveaway. Poor man, rich man. Not today. No, not 50. It should be 20, I believe. Did I do it wrong? Yeah, 20. 20. Oh, actually, no, there's 30 because 25 because there's a repost as well. 25 tickets for the giveaway. All right, excellent stuff. All right. Now then, I'll come on to the giveaway in a minute. 1 minute to go, your first magic number. In fact, I'll give you the link now. I've just released some new tickets. It's pinned to the top, so you don't need me to keep reminding you. It's pinned to the top. There is the giveaway link there. And if we go over here, you'll see the giveaway. I've just refreshed it. You'll need to refresh it. And there is a new video with a magic number. There it is, Defying Gravity. Do you like the musical connection? All right, it is, in fact, defying... Oh, we got a comment here. Hang on.
The Versatile donated $1.99 through a super chat. So what's your target to buy back XRP?
I don't have a real target, and the reason why, the Versatile, is because I can see it going to $10. I can see in years to come $100. So I don't mind, really, where I buy it, as long as it's less than those numbers. So I don't mind buying back XRP at 5 if it's going to 10. I don't mind that at all. What I want to do is make $100,000 on Coca-Cola, start to trim, have a base, and then buy back XRP, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. But I'd like to buy it when the market crashes. The market should, and if the market doesn't now, I'll eat my hat. It absolutely should crash. So I'm not hoping it does, of course. I don't want the market to crash. Nobody does. But it kind of needs to. Anyway, here's our giveaway. That's coming up. Oh, it's time. It's time. It's on the hour. So your first magic number, you'll get 3 magic numbers. It says here, 1 at the beginning, 1 at the middle, and at the end. Add them together and add them into this competition page here. Not in the live chat, not on YouTube, not in the comments, here. Otherwise, you give everybody the answer and you kind of negate the tickets you just won. So your first magic number is 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. 4,567. I've also got another one, and that's a repost. This one here for 5 tickets, repost. I was wrong about XRP. It's exploding while markets refuse to crash. You can simply go there and repost that on X. Here is my X account. Oh, here's another one. Thank you. What's this say?
Josh Monroe donated $5 through a super chat.
Oh, no comment. Thank you very much, Josh Monroe. That's very kind of you for your support. I'll buy myself an XRP coin. I might start doing that. I should probably do that, actually. We did that one day. It was quite funny. Do you remember one day I thought it was quite funny to say all my super chats, I would buy XRP back. And a few people got really upset and going, don't give him your money. Just buy your XRP yourself. It was quite funny, though. But people just thought it'd be fun. Anyway, so let's look at the market. As you can see, my portfolio is down today, but I've been buying Coca-Cola. I sold my vertical aerospace. I said I wouldn't sell that, but Coca-Cola was too low today and vertical aerospace was 24% profit. I can always buy it back in these early years. It's a long-term investment. I can buy it back. So I sold a 24% profit vertical aerospace. It gave me about $1,500 and I bought some more Coca-Cola. It was the right thing to do because my day is coming. It's just not yet. If you can see here from my portfolio, 300,000. I'm hardly down at all. It was only 504,000 this morning. It's going back up. But right now, it's not about Coca-Cola. It's about this thing here, XRP. All right. Let me go to your comments. Coke down 1.2%. RB, poor man, rich man. Not when you got Gen Z trading. We don't care. We just need money real quick or we're in trouble. It's not a way to invest though, is it? It's not. It's, you know, what are you going to do now? You've rallied. Are you taking some profit? Are you going to hold forever? What are you going to do? Grown wild. What is your thoughts? Look at them bubbles. The only fundamental in crypto is that there aren't any fundamentals in crypto. Oh my God. I've got it all wrong. I've got it all wrong. I don't know what I'm doing. Amen. Terry Rose. Oh, well, what a way to lose $1 million. I only buy, excuse me. I only buy utility crypto. Meme coins and all other junk are for major gamblers and day traders. They are going away soon. I agree with that. Research people know what you hold, says MDL. Stick to stocks, says Bobby C. Well, I can't really. We do rank #1 in the world for XRP, XRP Ripple search term on YouTube and Google. And whenever we do a live stream, we have big audiences, so I can't really ignore crypto. It's a part of what we do, and I have owned it, and I will own it again. XRP $20. Okay, is it faking out purely on a belief bubble? Well, let's be clear of what happened this morning. We didn't get the jobs report, even though the Bloomberg terminal suggests that the jobs data is bad. It's just not publicly released yet. But it is bad and no one cares. It's like, well, we can't see the bad news, so let's dump the stock market, let's dump defensives, buy risk on assets, let's buy crypto. After all, it is October. Well, why not? That's what's happening right now, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's happening, so people aren't exactly upset about it, are they? They're making money. Coca-Cola down again. You're absolutely right. It is down again. But it is consolidating. It is forming a base. It's already there. It's just adding to it. There's not an analyst on the planet who thinks that Coca-Cola is going any lower. There isn't an analyst on the planet who doesn't think that Coca-Cola is going at least to $75, if not $80. There's none. So it's the right place to be. It's just not yet. Just got to wait. I didn't expect this to happen so soon. And I didn't expect crypto to blow off so quickly, but it has. Not too late to FOMO into XRP. We're going past $10. I totally agree with you. Nothing wrong. I can sell here today and buy, I can buy up to 600 grand of XRP, over 500,000 if I want to. I just don't think it's the right thing to do just yet, even though it's blown off. 2,000 free giveaway in XRP. Thank you, David Hensley. XRP 5 to 6 tops. You'll relax and read the charts. The charts don't tell you anything as far as I'm concerned when it comes to this. But what do I know? I'm just looking at value. Coca-Cola whale shaken out of Bitcoin. A Coca-Cola whale shaken out of Bitcoin. A Coca-Cola whale shaken out of Bitcoin. You've lost me there. I don't think you were wrong, as XRP is up 7 cents. Well, I've got to, at the end of the day, I'll always tell you the truth. If I'm right, I say I'm right. How many times do I say I beat the market? How many times do I say people are stupid? So when I'm stupid, when I make a mistake, I admit it. I own it. I didn't expect XRP to pop up today. Looking at numbers, looking at facts, I don't know why it is. Honestly, I don't know why it is. And don't say because it's Uptober, a made-up name, that cannot be the reason. All right? I cannot invest on made-up words. So I'm wrong. I'm wrong. It's going up, and it's going up without me, and I want to own it. I don't think you're wrong. Well, it is up, and it has broken $3, so I am wrong. Never sell any XRP. Well, I don't agree with that. Because if you sell high and buy back lower, clearly you make more money. I mean, I'm back where I started. Remember, I haven't lost any money. I'm back where I started, but I've now got 600 grand in Coca-Cola. Am I wrong? Well, time will tell. I'm wrong now. Never sell any XRP. 6 grand down. Ouch. What are we talking about? My main portfolio? Oh, you're talking about this? Oh, I see. Yeah, but that's not really relevant. I've got nearly 600 grand now. Got 503 in my main account and 50 odd in the Roth IRA. So I've got $555,000. So I'm going to have swings where I'm up 20 grand in a day. I'm down 20 grand in a day. As soon as Coca-Cola breaks out, which it will 100%, I'll be up 100 grand in a day. In one day. 100 grand in a day. So that's the thing. My portfolio now swings much, much, much more violently because it's a bigger portfolio. That's all part of the game, right? Anyway, let's come back to XRP. Keep our eye on it. We just started, says Micro. No one here even looks at supply market caps if they are calling for XRP any day. Scott, CoinEgg, we have actually done analysis and most people do not know the value. You're right. Most people do not read balance sheets. Most people in crypto are buying because of the word Uptober. So fundamentals have nothing to do with it. And in fact, today, the jobs data on the Bloomberg terminal is suggesting we should be down. Numbers are bad. But because it's not being publicly talked about, everyone just ignores it and goes, stuff it. I'll just buy anyway. Well, we're way over the highest valuation in history on the stock market. If we don't have a bubble now and we don't crash now, there's no sense anymore to the stock market. Nothing will make sense ever again. And maybe that's where we're going. Maybe we're going into a world of gambling. And nothing. I don't understand it. Anyway, been holding for years, says Becca. Crypto waits for no one. MDL. Popcorn. You are doing short trade. This is not investing. No, I'm not. I don't do any shorts. That's not true, Calvin Lee. I never short the market and I never do options, ever. Flex your crypto. XLM, Next, XRP, pointless to overpay. It's the crypto ETFs which are coming this month. We're pricing in now. I don't agree that ETFs will make a difference because that doesn't make the coin more valuable. It just means more people can buy them. But a few weeks ago, we had an ETF for XRP, and it didn't go. In fact, that's when the day before it crashed, I sold it. It came down. So ETFs don't make the stock market, don't make the crypto market rally. I don't see that. Where else can you put your money in a global recession? Retired Merce. Hi all, says Brian. How you doing, mate? Thank you very much indeed for the super chat, Versatile. Timing the market is tough. It is. That's why we use tax lots. Win some, lose some. And I've lost nothing. Yeah, I've not sold for a loss. Only a very small amount, and I've gained that so far. So I'm not out of the money yet. October is a real word. Is it? October is a real word. Is it? Is October a real word? I don't know about that. It's all about the long term. Back on XRP. I don't know how to use those numbers. You don't know how to use those numbers? Well, I just give you a number. I just gave you one. In a minute, I'll give you the second one. Then I'll give you a third one. You add them together, and then you go to the competition link. The link is in the chat. martynlucas.com/giveaway. Here it is. You go to the giveaway page. It's on the website. There it is. You scroll down. It says enter here. You can't enter until you've signed in, whether you use your email or whether you use your, what's it called? Email or Google, or whether you use Facebook or YouTube, whatever you sign in, whatever way you want. And then you enter it. And then you click and you put the number there. It's as easy as that. It's the easiest, simplest competition in the world to enter. There's nothing complicated about it. There's nothing difficult about it. It's just straightforward stuff. How do you manage your margin? Any tips without getting margin called on Robinhood? I've done a whole, the like button. I've done a whole video on margin call. If you'd like, I'll show you. It's like an hour-long explanation. I couldn't explain it in 1 minute, so what I'll do is I'll lead you to my video. So if you go onto YouTube and you go to the search bar at the top and you type Martyn. Oops, I got margin called once before. Martyn Lucas in. Oops, here we go. What's this?
Machiavelli 84 donated €20 through a super chat. Diversify across multiple coins, cause only in a connected infrastructure of the new global financial system does each token unleash real utility. Rocket emoji, dizzy emoji, alien emoji, just patience and
hold. God bless much for Leah and Martyn. Thank you for your work. Thank you, Machiavelli, for your $20 super chat. That will stay on the screen for quite a while. It's a big super chat. Thank you very much indeed. Really do appreciate that. That's very good thoughts there. Thank you. Martyn Lucas Investor, and then type margin call. This was in response to the like button, and you will see then I've got these videos. There you go. Margin call live. I showed you how I got margin called live, how to avoid it, how it all works. There's margin call. What is a margin call? There you go. You can see all the margin call stuff. All right, so that's how you get to it. The best thing to do is go and watch that video, because that is a full explanation of margin call. It takes about an hour to explain it. Now, we're running a poll here on our Lucas Archie. I'll give you the link for this. We're running a poll. Let me drop this in here on the community page of the channel. Are you in XRP? Yes or no? We released this a few seconds ago. How many people have voted? This will rank on Google, so this will influence people watching on Google. Right, we have, how many votes? We've got, bloody hell, 100 votes in the first few seconds. This is going to rank #1 on Google easy. 100 votes. 89% of you are in XRP. There we go. 30% of our audience are ladies, the highest female audience in the world on a crypto channel. 30%. Most crypto bros are 1%. We're 30%. That's huge. 89% of you are in XRP right now. 100 votes. You'll see this later rank on Google. That's amazing.
USMC0311 Goldie donated $5 through a super chat. We are in last 3 months of 4-year cycle in crypto. Massive gains will be made. Doesn't mean we can't have pullbacks. Massive gains coming. Just watch.
Okay. I would love those who know about crypto to call in. Let's have a debate. Let's have a debate. Here is the live video call in. Please click on this link. Be on the show. Let's have a XRP crypto debate. Let's fill all these spots. Someone has just subscribed to the extra channel. They have just entered our giveaway to win $2,000. You see how easy that was? They just clicked subscribe, and now they've got another 5 tickets to win $2,000 plus a second prize, a third prize, and loads of other giveaways we're giving away. All right. So if you want to join me, there are 10 spots. Do call in, click on the link in the chat, and be part of this discussion today. Let me see how this has gone. It was 100 votes a moment ago. Let's have a look. We are now got 106 votes. It's going up even more, 89%. Who would like Sensei to and Vaz to call in today's show? I would like to have all the team on the show and all of you. If you want Sensei and Vaz to call in today to be on the show, say Vaz and Sensei, you know, spam the channel, Vaz Sensei, Vaz Sensei, and let's see if we can get them on the show. We'll have an XRP debate, and we can have a really good afternoon of healthy conversation. Now, I've also got on the X channel where where you can win some tickets. Let me give you the link. There's my X and Instagram in the chat. If you go here, I've just done it. If you go show on the thread, there you go. I've just put this post out. It says, are you in XRPs? This has just gone out as well. We've had 100% so far. It's just 10 votes. Not that many. To get more votes, I'd like people to repost and like. I don't make any money on X. It doesn't earn me any money. I just want to learn from people and see how many people are still in with XRP right now. So if you are, repost it, share it, comment, you know, and take part in the vote. That'll be great. Now, our video, our opportunity to win today, this one here, this is the one that everyone's reposting. 27 people have reposted it. These are people taking part in our giveaway to win $2,000. Now then, it's starting to happen now. Coca-Cola defensive is coming out. We should be paying attention today to the Bloomberg terminal. The numbers were bad today. Defensive should be up. The market should be down, but it's not. Crypto is taking off. Look what I mean. My overall portfolio is down now 5.7. It's already starting to come back up again. The S&P is up today and another all-time high. We've got Virgin Galactic up to date. We've got Palantir now over 1,000 times earnings. I mean, what the hell is that all about? Gold has just sold off. That tells you something's about to change. Amazon is up. People are buying like crazy just to sell it. I'm wrong because the market hasn't crashed, but I still think it will. All right, Coca-Cola is just starting to support now. J&J, nearly $200 now. Chevron Oil going down. Tesla had a big rally this morning on some good data points, some good sales numbers, and now it's sold off. People taking profit. They're going to in a minute en masse. McDonald's going up. Coca-Cola going down. Microsoft down. Meta up, going towards 1,000. Nvidia 188, very close now. It got 190, very close to $200. Walmart defensive down and now coming up. Tilray Brands no value at all. Robinhood just keeps on running, another 4% today. Rocket Lab going up big as well, 8.5%. Bloody hell, look at that. Plug Power down. Bitcoin is now 120,000. Are we touching an all-time high? We're very close. XRP is up 2.68. That means XRP is outperforming Bitcoin today. And Ethereum is up 2.38. Serious numbers. Let me come back to the comments and questions. No one calling in yet. So disappointed when people don't call in. I love when people take part in the show. It really is great. We learn so much when we get people calling in. But unfortunately, no one is calling yet. I don't know how to use those numbers. I think I explained it. How do you manage your margin? I gave you the margin link. There is your problem. I don't know what that means. Dude, I see you panicking the other day, and it really caught me off guard. I wasn't panicking. I was overselling the S&P because of my wife going through cancer. It was very traumatic in our family at the moment. And yeah, I did the right thing by buying Coca-Cola. I did very good research on it. I'm very happy to own the business. Should I have sold all of my S&P? No. Did I oversell? Probably, because I was preparing to be able to find money to pay for medical bills. So I probably overreacted, to be fair. But I said that. I said I overreacted. But anyway, still pumping. Yes, indeed, XRP is still going. Panini's normal around here. Or panic normal around here. No, there's no panic here. What told you were about to crash? I'm curious how you came to that. What told you we are about to crash? Well, we are. We are. I don't know why it hasn't happened yet, but we will. And the higher this goes, the more likely we will. The reason is we are over 210% now of GDP, the stock market. It's the highest overvaluation of the stock market ever at any time, more than all of the major crashes, all of them, every single one. The market could not be in a bigger bubble than it is right now. It's never been one this big. And everything is overbought, everything is overvalued, euphoria is everywhere, everyone's buying everything, no one cares about valuations. Well, those moments is when we crash. Plus, we have a carry trade, a Japanese Bank of Japan about to raise interest rates, and they've only got to raise it 0.5%, and boom, carry trade. That's 20% crash right there. We are at the sharpest end of a knife edge. Now, that doesn't mean we're going to crash. Maybe we'll carry on for years. I don't know. But looking at the numbers, everything tells me we are about to crash. So I can't buy risk on assets. I have to prepare for a crash. I've already made lots of money. I've got to prepare my portfolio. I know no one else is doing it and everyone just keeps buying and buying and buying, but I still think I'm right. I'm wrong today. I thought it would have crashed. I did not expect to see XRP and Bitcoin pump like this. I didn't. And for that, I'm saying I'm wrong. And if I need to say sorry for that, then I'll say sorry for that. But I do think that it doesn't make sense to me. You did what was right for you and your wife, and you're still making money. I am still making money, and I'm sure that I'll make $1 million way before the end of the decade. I still know that. But right now, would it have been better to remain in XRP? Well, right now it wouldn't. Still not now. If it goes up to another few cents, it will. If it hits $3.10, then definitely I should have stayed where I was. I mean, at least for now, anyway. What about Oxy? Oh, Oxy, yeah, Oxy today. Good question. Why is Oxy sold off? Remember, I told you it's not a day trade. It's a swing trade. At least you want to keep this for a quarter. You're going to have the earnings call talk about the debt reduction. People have sold it to buy back. It hasn't rallied. I said it was not a day trade. I said I'm not going to sell this yet. It's a swing trade. It takes a bit of time. But yeah, this will do well. This will make me some decent money. But it's not happening yet. Back to XRP. That's speculation. What is? Where else can you put your money in a global recession? Martyn is right. Buy back vertical aerospace anytime easily. That's right. I made about 24% on vertical aerospace. I sold it and I bought more Coca-Cola. That's the right thing to do. Absolutely. 24% profit. And Coca-Cola down at really low oversold prices. Of course it's the right thing to do. Do I see the benefit today? No. But I will do. Sitting back and relaxing until drop, if there is one. There should be. This should be 5 to 10x by 2030. Thank you, Vaz. I heard Bank America has a 300 million short on gold and they are down bad right now. I don't think that's correct. I talked to Bank of America. I don't think they'd be shorting gold. I don't think that's right at all. Anyway, Vaz, I have 1,964. Where is it? I just missed that. Where did that go? There it goes. I have 1964 XRP. Congratulations to you. Hold, everyone. Hello, Vaz. Banana head. XRP, you hold just like Bitcoin. Vaz, how can you be so confident about a business which has not made a single dollar profit? My local hot dog stand has better margins. Oh, yeah, that doesn't really work like that, does it? Markets are forward looking. They are, correct. XRP on a historic breakthrough, $3 support, made 3.8 million today. Who did? Who made 3.8 million today? Did you? I doubt that. Martyn, panic sold crypto. I did not panic sell crypto. There's no panic here. You did the right thing, Martyn. It was the right thing because I'm still on the right side of it. I'm just saying I'm wrong about XRP exploding today. I didn't expect it. I expected the market to crash. I still do. And I still believe it's the right thing to do to be to sell the S&P. Just because everybody else is buying like crazy and overpaying for everything does not make me wrong. I am wrong and sorry on the fact that it hasn't happened yet. I was hoping that, not hoping that the market would crash, but I was judging the market would crash after Coca-Cola. So Coca-Cola would have gained. And then I could have sold and bought the crash. Well, XRP is already taking off. It's already leaving the station. Now, it is early. It still can crash. Coca-Cola is still going to rally, but I'm wrong on the timing. It hasn't happened yet. You did the right thing, Isaac. I still on the right side of it and believe long term I will do the right thing. But I'm just saying today I was wrong. You have to do what you have to do. Face melting gains coming into crypto. Not yet, but it could do. Lots of people think it's going to crash because we are smashing all-time highs. What goes up must come down. It's not because we're smashing all-time highs is why I think it crashes. The market can, of course, break all-time highs. Absolutely. It's not for that reason. There's always all-time highs in the S&P. There always has been, always will be, because there's inflation. Even if the market went sideways, there'll always be new all-time highs. It's not that. It's because of the valuation for the S&P. It's not the fact it's up. It's the fact it's up so much. All right? That's the problem. 210 times GDP on the stock market doesn't make any sense. That is too expensive, too rich. And even the bullish is the most bullish of analysts will tell you the market is incredibly expensive at the moment. That's a fact. Should it be? No, it shouldn't be. So that's why I'm saying it's going to crash. We haven't hit the 4 trillion market cap yet, says Trust. What's that on? Hi, everyone. Is it a good time to buy XRP now? Thank you. No, I wouldn't. I'm sure everybody in this channel will say, yeah, buy, regardless. If I was someone's financial advisor, it would be 100% still buy defensive Coca-Cola. Absolutely. And that is the right thing to say. The popular thing to say is buy XRP. We're all buying it. We all want to get rich. I'm not going to say that. Anyway, peace and total healing for Martyn and Leah. Thank you, Anointed Flowers. Even NVIDIA, highest evaluation on the market. But remember, there's so much fear available in human history. Yes, freedom, freedom for all. I wouldn't now wait for the sell off when it is under. What was that? Sorry to move that again. For all, I wouldn't now wait for the sell off. I don't understand that. Can you rephrase that? When it crashes, stock market XRP to the rescue. Look at Jake Clavo Domino's theory. Thank you, Chris. I just gained my respect for you. I just gained my respect for you because you are a real G admitting your mistakes. Well, that's very kind of you. I'm not trying to do it for entertainment purposes. I'm just telling you how it is. I'll always tell you the truth. Ask me anything, challenge me, call into the show, be on the show. I will say it. Well, I'm not here to make friends. I'm just here to tell you how it is with the information that is presented to me. Not to sell videos. I'm always live. That's it. This is my real money. But yeah, I'm wrong today. No question about it. I think the dollar will crash for sure, but they're ready to roll out their agenda for the final financial system. What's this?
Ike Brim donated $1.99 through a super chat. ETF futures and spot ETF are two different things.
They are very different things. You're totally right. You're totally right. Buying an ETF is just a way for institutions or those that can't buy individual stocks or crypto to buy the asset. That's what a spot ETF is. And the future is you're predicting the future prices. That's a completely different thing. I totally agree with you 100%. If you hold XRP, you will be a millionaire. Well, that depends on how much XRP you own. I'll be a millionaire anyway with just Coca-Cola and the S&P 500. So that doesn't mean too much. Thank you for the information. It's a melt up. Not yet. It's not. Which is stable coins? I'm not sure the question. Bitcoin is pumping. Shall we look at Bitcoin? Bitcoin, yep, going to all-time highs now. Wow, look at Circle today, says Remco. Folks have been calling it a nothing burger. Crash for years now. Guess what? If I listened to the doom and gloom, folks, I would not have made any money. I'm not doom and gloom. I am not telling people the markets are crashing all the time. We've been in a bull market now for ages, and I've made lots of money, and I've been buying. I've been using margin. I'm not a doom and gloom, and I'm always invested. I've always used margin. I'm always invested in the US stock market. Always. I'm never sitting with cash. I'm 100% in. So don't say I'm a doom and gloom guy at all, but I am a fundamental numbers, relationships, and I'm wrong today, but I won't be wrong. I won't be wrong in the future. That's all I'm saying. Wow, look at that. Oxy flying. Is that a joke? Oxy's down. What do you mean Oxy's flying? Am I missing something? Oxy, OXY, it's down. Anyway, it will rebound. XRP is up only because Bitcoin is up. That's what Dan Ackerman says. That may be true. My technical. If daily candle 307, then we move up to 330, then correction. If under, then be careful and use small leverage. 10x max. Don't be stupid and do 100. No, you never do that anyway, should you? Hope everyone's a great day. I'm heading into the casino to bet some baseball. Catch you all later. JJ 8 Ball. Good luck to you. Why would it crash? Why? What do you mean, why? When you are 210% over the market value, everything is overbought. When you invest in something, you buy a business that is undervalued. If you're paying overvalue and price doesn't matter and you'll just pay anything, then at some point, the people that understand how the market works are going to go, imagine I sold you a can of Coke for $1. Okay. And for some reason, it went up to $100. You'd sell it, right? You'd make 1,000% profit.
Cowboy donated $5 through a super chat. Martin, can you link this morning's live video back to the giveaway? I didn't enter the number quick enough due to the internet going down at work. Crying face emoji. Crying face emoji.
Unfortunately, Ninja Cowboy, that opportunity has now gone. That opportunity is now gone. It's only there for a short period of time. It was there for about 4 hours. It's gone now. We said it's going to be just in the live stream. It was for those that were watching it. So it's gone. So your second magic number will come up in 5 minutes. We'll do it on the quarter 2. All right, on the quarter two, your second magic number. I've given you the first magic number. Your second magic number is coming up on the quarter to the hour. If you buy undervalue and make money, doesn't matter if you're in XRP or Coca-Cola. Smart decision. Well, Occidental Petroleum is now coming up. I bet you that Coca-Cola is doing the same. Yep. Coca-Cola is now coming up, so it's all coming back. Nice. Just got to have patience. What are we doing now with crypto? Bitcoin. I want to buy it. Not going to buy it now. If you are, you can be wrong 1,000 times if you are prepared for the worst. You only need to be wrong once to lose it all. Said Jerry Mandarin. I have 5,200 XRP at 51 cents. Fantastic, Christy Turco. Congratulations to you. Welcome to the craziest altcoin season. I could rather do without it, right? I don't want crazy. I don't want crazy. I don't want crazy. Isaac Gainey. Black Titan was great for me today. How long have you been trading, Lucas? It's Martin. Pop the trunk. How long have I been trading? I've been trading since I was about 18 with Barclays Bank. Had a big long gap in between, but this portfolio, this show is 4 years old. I've been trading on this show with this portfolio for 4 years. It's about to be alt season. Nothing will make sense till it's done. Guys, please don't tell how many XRP, whatever crypto you have in chat. There are too many scammers. Vocal fossa, it makes no difference. No one cares how many XRP you have in your wallet. I mean, look, this is my real money. This is my real money, my real portfolio. This is all my real positions. I'll tell you how much money I've got in the bank account. The only thing I won't tell you is my social security number and my credit card number. That's it. Everything else, you can ask me whatever you like, and I share everything with everybody. Okay, let's be absolutely clear. You can see exactly how many shares I own. It makes no difference. If you write in the chat, you've got 1 million XRP or one, so what? It doesn't mean anything. It just says that's how many XRP you got. It doesn't mean anything, so don't worry about that. Guys, please don't tell how many XRP you have. Why? If you're not open and transparent, no one can learn anything. You can't achieve anything, and it's pointless. We're all just lying to each other and making stuff up. What's the point of that? You're going to miss out. You're going to miss the big crypto pumps by sitting on the sideline. You need to buy and hold, said USM Goldie. Keep up the great work, Market Vlogs. Did not even hear about Black Titan until 12. Not sure what that means. I remember when it was going to take you 11.2 years to reach $1 million. Well done. Yes, Martin Young. When we started the show, it was about 11 years, 11.2 to get to the million. I'm now on target to get to $1 million by the end of the decade, which is in 5 years. In fact, I will do it 1 year early. So yes, it's coming down all the time. I'm beating my targets all the time. Thank you for remembering and being here at the beginning, Martin Young. I have 60.05 average in Coca-Cola. Happy with that. Yes, didn't win. 66.05. Let's have a look at what's mine. 66.05. I can't remember now. Mine is 66.37. You got a better average than me. Congratulations, yes, didn't win. Well done to you. I did using leverage, Martin. Thailand chip. Thank you. The only person who knows is Nancy Pelosi. Future TS and spot ETFs are two different things, correct? I'm 400% up on my XRP bag. Nice one, Lewin. Steenkamp. Yes, we are over 4 trillion market cap today. You're talking about NVIDIA. If your plan is long term, then yeah, buy XRP. I'm always here for the long term. But that doesn't mean to say you don't take profits along the journey. Anyway, XRP will go down with Bitcoin this weekend. George Babawi. You never know. I've no bloody idea. I think crypto and the stock market will go down when those jobs numbers come out. And on the Bloomberg terminal, they're saying they're bad numbers. I'm sure we could see $10 to about 25 on XRP before the end of the year, says Mr. T. Craig. I see no evidence to support that, but that would be very nice. It's getting too late to buy pretty soon here. You need to buy and hold, not sell like Martyn did. Well, there you go. Only time will tell. So far, I am wrong. I sold at the wrong time, but we shall see. Over 80% of your viewers didn't listen to your XRP advice. Thoughts? Well, first of all, Bobby C, I want to be clear. You're saying over 80% of your viewers didn't listen to your XRP thoughts. Your 80% is a guess. You're just making that up. I've got more accurate statistics than that, so I don't think that's accurate. Second of all, I don't give advice. I don't tell people what to do and what not to do. I simply tell you what I am doing. And I'm saying I'm wrong and sorry because XRP did not crash, but I still think it will, but it hasn't yet. So I'm wrong. I expected the jobs numbers. If we'd had the jobs report, the market would have gone down. Was it Trump's plan to shut down the government so there's no jobs report? Now he can fire people? I don't know what the reason is. We'll find out in due course. But at the end of the day, I don't tell people what to do. I don't give financial advice. I'm sharing with you my journey with my real money, with my real relationships with all of you live on the show. So that's my thought. I'm wrong. It hasn't happened yet. Will I be wrong tomorrow? Don't know. I still think the market is overbought. Wait till RFK says Coca-Cola causes autism. Yeah, that would be great, wouldn't it? Yeah. I do like that. Grown wild, I got to be honest, that is an issue, right? Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's no joke, actually. That would be a nightmare. I got to be honest. Mind you, if he said that, right, I'd buy it. Absolutely, I'd buy more of it because at the end of the day, if Coca-Cola went down, because now everybody thinks, because Robert Kennedy Jr. thinks it does give you autism, then I mean, let everyone sell it. I'd just buy all of it. If you're investing for 5-10 years, then yes, says Jonathan. 200% GDP, but more people invest, and also it's much easier to do this now. So that is why it can go up a lot more and have the same severity. That's a very good point. Sabo Cosmin, that's a very, very good point. But it's a good point, but it actually doesn't make any sense. I'll tell you why. Because you're saying 200% GDP because more people are buying and more people are investing. Okay. But then just because more people are buying doesn't justify the problem. So you're right. That might explain why. However, if it's overbought, which it is, it doesn't make it okay just because, well, there's more people buying. That doesn't really make any sense. I get the comment. I see where you're going. However, it doesn't actually change the fact it's overbought just because more people are buying. So it makes it a problem. It makes it a bubble. Coca-Cola going down. Yes, I can see that. No more XRP for me. I made enough and moved to real product producing stocks like SPCE. Sean, hang on a minute. Sean. You just said producing stocks like SPCE. Let's be absolutely clear. Virgin Galactic doesn't make any money at the moment. It should do. It will do. I think it's going to $100, but it doesn't make any money yet. And just be aware, as bullish as I am on it, one crash, one rocket blow up, it's a zero.
Cash Martyn donated $4.99 through a super chat. People are saying it's going to be the next Bitcoin. Can you explain your thought process on XRP?
Cash Martin, thank you very much for the question. Well, in my opinion, there are only 3 crypto coins you need to own, not everything else. All your binky bonks and your fart coins, it's all stupid. And it is stupid. There's no value to any of it. Only 3 coins, in my opinion, make any sense. Bitcoin, not because it's digital gold. It isn't. If you want digital gold, you buy the stock ETF GLD. That's not a matter of opinion. That's a matter of fact. Digital gold is GLD. You can buy it whenever you want, sell it whenever you want. No expenses, no risk, no drama of getting it stolen, no wide spreads, no fees, no costs, no risks, no drama. No one ever tried to steal your GLD, so you don't need a wallet. It's all protected by insurance. Absolutely fine. There's your GL. There's your gold. If you want to hedge against inflation, GLD does that. Bitcoin does not do that. Okay. So what Bitcoin is digital capital. What you can borrow against to make more money, to use as collateral. It's like owning a painting. It's like owning the Mona Lisa. You can own it. You can't spend it. You can't use it. It's going to get more and more expensive to move, more and more expensive to transfer, convert, you name it. It makes no sense. It's not efficient. It's simply a thing you own of scarcity. And because everybody wants it and whatever, it's like a Mona Lisa. It's a piece of art. It's a limited edition collectible. That's what it is. No more, no less. Doesn't hedge against inflation. We've proved that over and over again. So you can buy Bitcoin. That's the answer to Bitcoin. I think you had another one. Hang on, what's this?
It's not funny yet donated $2 through a super chat. It's pumping for BlackRock meeting November 5th.
It's pumping for BlackRock meeting November the 5th. What do you mean by that? Are you talking about the ETF coming out? I think the ETF could come out a lot sooner than that because now regulations change. It could come out any day, tomorrow, next week. Doesn't require the normal processes. That's all changed now. So that's Bitcoin. So Cash Martin, that was your question on Bitcoin. The next question was Ethereum. What's the difference? Ethereum is oh, hang on, we've got a guest calling in. Michael wants to be on the show. Great stuff. We got Michael. Let me put Michael on the screen. So we've got a guest calling in. Here he is. It's Michael. Michael, how are you today?
Hey, Martyn, how you doing?
I'm doing great, mate. Lovely to have you on the show. You look like you're out there driving. Got the phone there behind the steering wheel. I love it. How are you?
I'm locked in.
Cool stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I had a question about what you were saying about the ETFs
Right.
and how you thought they not gonna do nothing.
No.
Like from my understanding, I was told that ETF futures and ETF spot are 2 different things.
Correct. I agree.
And from what I was told, they were saying like the reason why the XRP didn't move when the futures came out because I guess something about their contracts in the custody, like something about when you buy the futures, the custody of the XRP doesn't change. But from what I was told with the spot ETFs that come out, they saying that when you buy it, when the big institutions buy the XRP from the spot ETFs, that's going to change the custody. Like the custody is going to go to them. So they saying that's why it's going to go up when the spot ETFs come out because it got something to do with the custody of the XRP.
Okay,
That's
sounds very.
I don't know. That's why I was. That's what.
Yeah.
I asked the same question. I'm like, ETFs just came out, it didn't move. So
No.
what's the difference? And then they started breaking it down like they 2 different things. And
Yeah.
the custody, it's something to do with custody of it.
Okay, it's
That's
a very.
from my understanding.
Yeah, thank you very much for calling in and sharing your thoughts. Let's have a discussion about that. If anybody else wants to call in, there's 10 spots available. You can all take part. Where are you calling in from, Michael?
I'm from Jersey.
From where?
I'm from
Jersey?
New Yeah, I'm in New Jersey.
New Jersey, lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it, mate. Well, thanks for calling in. I love the hat, by the way. Very cool hat there. Right. So let's have a look. Think about that then. So there are two types of ETFs. I used to own until I sold it. I owned IBIT, which was BlackRock's, and I shares as well for Bitcoin and Ethereum. And both of those ETFs actually owned the asset itself. They actually owned Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? Not derivatives of it. They actually own the Bitcoin or the Ethereum. Now what we want is BlackRock to bring its ETF where they actually own XRP. Are you okay? Are you safe driving or whatever you're doing?
Yeah. I'm on it.
You're good. I just want to make sure that you're safe. Right. Okay.
Yeah, I got my headphones in, so I'm good.
Oh, okay. Brilliant. All right. So we want an ETF that actually owns the asset, the underlying asset. Now, BlackRock will be that. Now, when we had that ETF a few weeks ago come out, was it 2 weeks ago? The market actually went down. Nothing happened because it was a rubbish ETF. It was based upon derivatives and borrowing and margins and all this.
That's what I was told.
Yeah, rubbish, right? What makes it interesting and why people think it's going to be great having an ETF? Is it because it makes crypto, in this case XRP, everyone's focusing on that, it makes it more accessible for more people because many people can't buy, they're not allowed to. Institutions can't buy individual crypto coins and stuff like that. It has to be packaged up in a way that they can buy it. Okay, so this makes it more investable. That's all it does. But it doesn't mean to say that it's going to make the coin more valuable. It just means more people might buy it. Someone's saying, how can I call in? Here is the link to call in. Cash Martin wants to call in. There's the link. We can have 10 people on the show and you can share your thoughts. So we didn't have any major impetus when we had the ETF a few weeks ago. Nothing happened. It allowed people to buy an ETF. It didn't do anything. So I don't see how it will make a blind bit of difference. It might mean more people will buy it, perhaps, but then if they buy it, they might just then sell it. What makes it more valuable is the Ripple Bank. Ripple taking all of their XRP in escrow, putting it in reserve like gold or whatever, locking it all away and saying this is the collateral of the bank. Now we can process payments and we can lock up all the XRP and make it valuable. That's how I think it's going to go. Oh, hang on a minute. I've got another guest calling in. We can have you at the same time. So let me put Cash Martin here as well. That's a cool name. Let's put you up in guest spot number 8. Let's move over to here. And there we go. I'll put Michael in at spot number 9. Let's just move him around a little bit. So, Cash Martin, good afternoon to you. Where are you calling in from? Cash Martin, I don't think have you got any signal? I don't think you've got any signal. You might want to call back when you do. I'll just hang up on you. Say again. Yeah. Oh, we're seeing XRP now. It really is starting to go now, up 3.8%. Oh, we got another guest calling in. We got several guests now. We'll put this guest, this is Steve, in spot number 2. What does Steve have to say? Good afternoon, Steve. Where are you calling in from? How are you, mate? Oh, I've seen you before.
Hey, what's going on?
Yes, how are you, Steve?
You've seen me before. Me and Jack. Good, how are you?
I'm very well, mate, thank you. How are you today?
Good. I am doing well. Liking the green crypto market, that's for sure.
I bet you are. Is everyone driving today? Does everyone who owns crypto spend their life in a car?
I just left the gym. Got to stay in shape if I'm going to enjoy the crypto riches one
That's
day.
it, mate. You can't enjoy all your money if you're sat on the sofa and you get all lazy and fat and unhealthy. That'd be rubbish, right? So
right.
what can I do for you, Steve?
Nothing. I just wanted to chime in. Like I think Do you think that we're going to have an XRP supply shortage once the spot ETFs come out and the banks are buying up all the actual XRP?
That could happen. Yeah, I think it could
Because
happen. Yeah,
that's what I'm counting on. I'm counting on a supply shortage because I'm all about supply and demand.
totally agree.
And
Totally
Ripple's
agree.
got 35% of XRP already locked up in escrow.
Correct.
So that takes a large amount of it out already. And then once the big ETFs come in, the spot ETFs, because the first couple of ETFs were not spot, and spot are the ones we really want.
Correct.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. The spot ETFs.
Yeah.
That's
correct.
the ones we want.
Don't get me wrong, guys. I want to be in with you. If I can start to say, I'm just putting the pin so everybody can call in. Let's get 10 spots. It's getting busy now. We've got the video phone in. It's pinned to the top. Call in and be part of it. Listen, guys, the reason why I sold my XRP is not because I don't believe in it. I believe in it. I've talked about it for thousands of hours. We've built tens of thousands of followers here on XRP. When I buy back, I'll buy back big. I'll sell my Coca-Cola, I'll take profit, and I'll buy $250,000 in a day. I don't mind doing that. And I'll be very excited to do that. And I won't mind doing that even at $5 if I know it's going to 10 and double my money. I've got no problem doing that. But can you all understand why I'm concerned that the market is overbought at the moment? We need a flush out before we take off. Am I the only person who thinks like that? What's going on?
The S&P is definitely overbought. The S&P is crazy overbought right now.
Yeah. I'm glad somebody agrees with me because I think I'm on my own here.
Asking about.
Yeah,
I'm very curious on why you think it's overbought. I'm very new into the crypto scene. I've just started in this whole area. That's why I sent in that super chat asking more about XRP. A lot of people online are saying that it's gonna be the next Bitcoin. It's gonna shoot up to like hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Oh no,
just like
no,
Bitcoin did.
No.
Now you can't follow those people.
Nah,
online.
it's gonna take some time.
It can't go to hundreds of thousands. Let me explain.
Yeah. The most it could go to is 10,000, man.
$10,000.
That's the most it could go to because that's what it was designed to do.
No,
10,000.
You can't design it. Listen,
It was designed to do 10,000.
Hang on. I can sit down with my cryptologist because I want to build my own coin, right? So I've got someone I can work with. We can sit down today for about $10,000 and I can write the code and I can create an XRP coin. I can call it Martyn Lucas XRP Pro Max, all right? Like the iPhone, right? XRP Martyn Lucas Pro Max Pro Plus One. I don't know. Come up with some name. And we can write the same code. That is the same code that they use to write XRP. It's not exclusive. It's not patented. Anyone can do it. What makes XRP work is because people now believe in that coin and it was written to do a certain job. I can write the same code to do the same job. Right? So because I've written in the code, its maximum supply is this, or it's this, or this, or this, or this, doesn't mean to say that's what it goes to. But there are only 21 million Bitcoin. Is it 100 billion XRP? So you can't say because Bitcoin is 100,000, then so can XRP. That's not how it works. So just because someone on X is saying that, there's a lot of idiots on X. Chris, Cash Martin, I'm sure you're aware that most people on X talk absolutely bloody nonsense because they want everyone to click on them.
In the next 3 to 4 years, I think once adoption kicks in, and most importantly, until we get government passing regulations, I mean, you'll see XRP probably, in the $10 to $50 area if a lot of things actually happen for it. But until then, it's going to be massively manipulated like everything else until there's regulations that are going to stop that. I mean, you can see there's massive sell walls on a lot of these exchanges once it hits a certain price. That's why it goes up and boom, hits a wall and shoots right back down again.
At the end of the day, people just want to make money, right? Most people with money, I don't mean people with no money trying to make money, but people with money. Everyone I know that's got money, they're not interested in money. They're interested in experiences. All the millionaires that I know and the 1 billionaire that I know, they all want life experiences. They don't really think about money. how to make money. They think about life experiences. So for people with money, real money, if there's an asset they bought and it's made them a lot of money and it's overvalued, they'll just sell it. They're not tied to it. They haven't got a passion to say I own XRP or Bitcoin. They couldn't care less. They want to cash that in and have the experience of doing stuff with the money. So, you know, people who've got no money, who want to make money, will join a fan club and own it forever and think it can go up forever. But I've never met anybody with money who feels that way about any asset. They'll just sell it the moment it makes them money.
So in your opinion, what should I buy as of right now? Because I did just buy some XRP. It did shoot up to $3 last night. I saw that.
Sorry, who am I talking to now? I can't see you. Who am I talking to?
I apologize. This is Cash.
Oh, hiya, Cash. Sorry.
I'm driving right now, so I'm kind of just listening and talking.
Everyone's driving. I feel like James Corden here doing the taxi karaoke, whatever it is. Does anybody want to start singing? So look, you're asking me what should I buy? I can't tell you what you should buy, Cash, because I'm not your financial advisor, and I want to be clear about this. I want to, yeah. All right, hang on a minute. All right. What I want to, I know you'd love me to say that, right? But let's be honest. The reason why I don't tell people what to say is not because I'm scared of being sued and all the rest of it. And people say, oh, on YouTube you've got to say not financial advice. I don't care about that nonsense. It's rubbish. I can say what the bloody hell I like, and as it happens, it's in my disclaimer under every video I've put out anyway. It's not the reason for saying I've got to say that because I might get sued. I'm saying what I'm saying because I'm trying to be responsible and do the right thing to help people, right? At the end of the day, I don't know anyone's financial situation. I don't know your understanding. All I'm trying to do is help people and give them information based upon facts, not hype and excitement and all the rest of it. And I can't tell you what you should buy. And the fact that you even ask me means you don't know. And if you don't know, how come you're in anything? Because if you don't know what you own,
no, you're correct.
You should just be in the S&P 500 and forget it.
I'm very new to this. I'd say I've been looking at stocks and just crypto in general for about a month. Like I'm very brand new.
Right.
I did buy not a lot. I bought like $50 of XRP, and that was basically just because I was told by social media that it's going to shoot up. And I'm in a pretty good financial situation. I have a good job. Like I work on airplanes.
Wow, congratulations. Cool.
Thank you. I'm not worried about me financially. I'm trying to make more money. Obviously, I feel like everybody's trying to make more money, but I'm still doing research and stuff. And I like you said, I'm not educated enough to really be in anything. I'm kind of just feeling it out. I'm still learning as far as my life in this goes.
So I think, let's answer the question then. I think we all agree there is, I'm just going to mute you for a second just because, oh no, it's Steve. It's Steve's phone that's making a funny noise. I'm just going to mute you, Steve, just because your phone's making a funny noise. So we all agree, I think most of us agree here, that there's a place for cryptocurrency, right? There's a use for it, a need for it. We all get it. Most people agree that XRP, Ethereum, you might say, Bitcoin maybe, has a use, a purpose. We can all agree with that, okay? Most people would agree that your binky bonks and your fart coins are just fun, and they are what they are, and they're just speculative assets, and you're just gambling. But, you know, no one's going to be upset about it if they make any money. They're going to go, well, I still made money. Well, okay, but you can make money going to a casino, but I wouldn't do that either. But I'd like to pose this question to you, Cash, actually. You're a smart guy. You said you work on planes and you got a good job. If I came up to you on the street and I said to you that I've got a business, in fact, I have. Let's talk about my YouTube channel, right? My YouTube channel earns me about $11,000 a month. That's what I earn. That's my income, all right? And I say, would you like to buy a share of my business, all right? And I say to you, it doubles, my rate of growth doubles every month or so, the rate of growth. So I've got a good growth, I've got a good business, and you ask me and you say to me, well, what's your debt situation? Do you owe do you owe any money on, do you have any debt? And I say to you, no, I've got no debt. I'm making profit all the time. And you look at me and go, okay, you're always online. You're always turning up. You're always making money. You might say, do you know what, mate? I would like to buy a piece of your business. And then you say to me, what are you going to do with the cash that I'm giving you? And I say to you, all right, I'll take that cash that you're going to give me to buy a percent of my business, and I'm going to grow my business. I'm going to buy some new cameras because I can produce even more videos and make even more money and thereby return it to you. So you'd go, all right, good management, good profit, no debt, good growth. I like it. I'm going to buy a piece of your business. You'd understand that, right? You'd get that. And you'd give me $10,000 and I would report to you publicly what I'm doing every month or every quarter in my earnings call. And you'd be kept up to speed and you'd go, great, what a great investment that was. You'd be happy with that, right? Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, that's exactly what many businesses do that you can buy right now. Coca-Cola, Microsoft, Google, Nvidia. I can go on all day and give you a list of great businesses that do exactly that. All right. Now then, let's take cryptocurrency. Even if we say it's the greatest technology in the world and we love it and it's brilliant, that doesn't pay the bills. There's not an earnings call for any cryptocurrency. There's an earnings call for Coinbase. There's an earnings call for other crypto projects. Sorry, Steve, you got a bit of an issue with the audio. That's why I keep muting you for some reason. It's because you've got interference in your car somewhere. It's interfering with the call. But don't worry, I can see you. So at the end of the day, there's no balance sheet. There's no accountability for how they're performing. The only thing that we have is if people buy it. If people buy the asset, it goes up. If people sell the asset, it goes down. It doesn't produce anything. Now, so why did I start buying XRP? I bought XRP because I have connections with Robinhood and Bank of America. And they have told me directly, people that purchase XRP, use it, test it. They say, we're going on the blockchain. We're going to do transactions on the blockchain. We like XRP. We are currently using it, buying it, and testing it. And then I asked the question, I go, okay, great, that's wonderful, but I don't really care about you buying it, using it, and that means nothing to me. How does it make the bank money so it makes money for me as an XRP investor? And they say, because every time that we use it, it burns some Bitcoin, sorry, it burns some XRP, so it pays for the transaction. So thereby, the 100 billion, whatever it is, of XRP gets less and less and less over time. So XRP becomes more valuable over time, and we're making money because we're more efficient as a bank and so on. I thought, right, I get that. That makes sense. I can buy into that because that's how it makes sense. And then I start talking to people at Robinhood and I start finding out that Ethereum is going to be used to trade the stock market. That makes sense. It makes it more efficient. Robinhood makes more money. Robinhood start buying Ethereum. Then the Robinhood network is running on the Ethereum network. So I can see how that can make money. So I like that. Not so much bothered about Bitcoin, but that's another story. So I can buy into that. Now, at the end of the day, XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum is all going to have massive amounts of volatility and explosive prices. It's not growing slowly like Coca-Cola, because everyone's already got Coca-Cola. Everyone's already drinking it. We can't suddenly get 1 billion people drinking Coca-Cola. It's already happening. All we've got is regular turnover, which is great, a nice business. But with crypto, it's in its infancy. Hardly anybody owns crypto. Now, you might say, yeah, I do. All my mates do down the pub. But globally, hardly anybody owns crypto. So you can see there's a massive explosion for quality crypto that earns money. So I like it. I want to be involved in that, obviously. So what I'm trying to say is this is how I valued it. This is how I've come to the assumption. Now, when people start saying things like it can go to $1 million and $10 million and all these numbers, they're just making it up. I know I live 12 hours a day in the studio talking to people online on X, and I'm telling you, most people on X just want to make noise and talk a lot of bloody nonsense. And when I ask them and question them, they don't know what the balance sheet is. They haven't got a clue what's going on, and then they splur out a load of headlines, which everybody says the same stuff. Everyone repeats the same 20 headlines and regurgitates it. But when I ask them for any actual structural evidence, there isn't any. So that's where I'm at. I hope that was. Please come back to me. Yes.
That was very helpful. I really appreciate the stuff you're saying. I gotta go, but I will tune into the live stream continuously. Thank you for the information on that. It really helped.
I'm glad it helped. Thank you ever so much. I know that. Let me just scroll up. Michael wants to answer back. So, Michael, what was you going to say?
Yeah, I think I got a kind of answer for that because you mentioned that same thing like a day or two ago, and I was wondering. I'm like, so I was digging, but I went to do some digging, and I was trying to figure out the difference, like why XRP stands out between all these coins that's coming out. And what I found out was, everybody's jumping on a crypto coin wave, like all the institutions and all them jumping on it because it's about to take over. So they want to get in, they don't want to miss out. But from my understanding, the difference between the thing that makes XRP coin stands out is that they say XRP coin is a bridge currency.
Correct.
Meaning like a Bank of America coming out with a coin, they coming out with a coin. So it's gonna be like, whose coin should we use? And each bank is not gonna want to use nobody else's coin but their coin. And that's gonna become a problem. And that's what makes XRP stand out. That they say XRP is gonna be the bridge coin to where so he could bring all these coins together.
Yep. I agree with everything you just said. Totally agree.
And they say that's what's gonna make that's why XRP is standing out of all the coins, because no matter what coin come out, they could bridge the settlement between each and every coin.
Okay.
All these coins can't do that.
No, I agree with that. That's a good, valid point. What happens though if Donald Trump tomorrow decides to work with some crypto guy and they come and they decide to have the US government coin just the same as XRP? What happens then?
So from my understanding, I was told that the designers, I don't know their names, but it's certain patents that they have that nobody else has. And that's what that's why they so for sure. Because there's certain patents that they have on that settlement thing that no other coins have. They got certain patents.
You can't
they said.
You can't
but
patent.
It's like certain patents.
You can't patent a crypto coin. You can patent the image, the logo, the name. You can't patent the technology. I could write an XRP code today exactly the same. That's a fact.
Okay, I'm gonna go digging some more on that.
Yeah, you can't patent it at all. The blockchain, the very definition of it, it's a network that anyone can use. We can all use it, decentralized. No one controls it. So I can create an XRP Martyn Lucas Max Pro +1 coin tomorrow in exactly the same white paper definitions that XRP does. No different. You can't stop me from doing it. Anyone can do it. So why would a bank not do that? Why would a government not do that?
So why everybody don't got the bridge, the ability to be the bridge currency?
Well, because that's how people perceive it right now. That doesn't mean to say it's always going to be that way, though.
I mean, you're probably right about that.
Do you not agree? Crypto has a very unique attribute that people are extremely passionate about it, more than they are about any other thing like a business. Like, I don't see anyone passionate like they are with any crypto coin compared to the S&P, Coca-Cola, Nvidia, Microsoft, Coca-Cola. No one cares less. They just look at it as a business. Whereas crypto is like a tribal thing. And if you think that, which we all see that happening live in the show every day. If that's the case, is that not a dangerous thing that everybody is super hyped up? Like my friend the other day, Joseph Webb, who's a gold member, He said, I'm going to cancel my membership. I'm going to cancel subscribing to you because I'm really angry because you sold XRP. And on Monday, when he realized, actually, I was better off by 30 grand because I didn't hold it to the bottom, he went, oh, I get it now. You bought Coca-Cola. But he was angry. Well, I don't get angry if you all said you're going to sell Coca-Cola and think it's rubbish, because it doesn't matter what you think, the business makes money. And I know that because I can read the balance sheet. It's like you telling me that my house is rubbish or my car's rubbish. And I go, I like my car. My car's a good car. It provides the service that I need. You can say I don't like it, but it doesn't change my car. But whereas if we say I'm selling my Bitcoin, everyone goes berserk. Oh my God, why is he selling his Bitcoin? What right has he got to sell his Bitcoin? Well, it's my money. Why can't I sell it? Do you not agree there's an issue there, a danger there?
Yeah, it's definitely. Yeah, it could be danger lurking, but it's always danger lurking.
Well, there is always danger, but remember, for me, I've gone as high risk as you can get, other than it's not a risky business. I've gone 600 grand with 250,000 margin of Coca-Cola. That's pretty risky. It's not risky because the business is a good business, right? But it's a risky move. Go all on one stock, $250,000 a margin. It's a big deal. You know, it relies on me earning money to pay the margin off. I mean, there's a certain amount of risk there, let's be honest. But the difference is, I don't need you to buy Coca-Cola, because if you don't buy it and nobody else buys it, doesn't matter. That's the stock price. The business still makes money unless we all stop drinking soft drinks, and not just Coca-Cola, about 250 other brands, by the way. If we all stop drinking and decide we're not drinking anymore, right, then for the first time, my business that I own will stop making money. It doesn't matter whether you buy the stock or not. It can just go sideways. The company will buy back its shares. It doesn't need anyone to buy it for the business to make me money. The business is not the share price. With crypto, everything is the share price. The share price is the only thing that matters. What matters to me is every 3 months, James Quincy says, that's the CEO of Coca-Cola, we've just made another $1 billion and we're going to give all our shareholders another $1 billion in profits. Thank you very much. That's all I need to hear. I don't need you to hear everybody's decided to buy the shares. I don't need that. You need that. We all need XRP to be bought today. And by the way, everybody is now buying it. We're up now nearly 4%, $3.74. So the question is, what are you going to do with it? Are you ever going to sell it, take some profit, or ride it to $1 million? I mean, what's your thoughts?
I think well, I got quite a few. I got some that I'm just hold on to for, and then I got some that I might sell once it appreciates.
Because
Just to like diversify. I don't want to once it appreciate. I don't want to stay all in, because right now I'm all in. So, but once
okay.
it appreciate, I'm gonna take some out. I don't want to be all in.
Right, when you
I don't
say
think I
you're
want to
all
stay all
in,
in.
what do you mean when you say you're all in? Steve, by the way, we fixed your audio. It's all good now.
Yeah, I'm
I
good.
I
Thank
I
you.
Yeah,
I own all XRP crypto.
that's the only thing you own,
Well,
just one
100%,
thing.
100%. Yeah, 100% in.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nah, you got to diversify. Diversify.
I know, but
Try to get
that's
another
what I'm
stuff.
saying. When the price appreciate, I'm a diversify. I'm
So,
taking a little bit
so
out.
what's your average price? Where did you buy it?
My average price is 304.
Oh, so you've just bought
I've
it,
been
just
holding for a
here.
while now. No, no, I've been holding for a while now. No,
Yeah, but your
I've
average
been
price is
holding it.
304. That's
I
where we
don't.
are now.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'm at
He probably
304.
got it like 4 or 5 months ago when it was
Yeah.
in the $3 range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
So
listen, people have to understand also XRP is already 10x since last November. It was 30 cents last November. It's
correct,
already
correct,
10x.
correct.
Hey,
So like it's gonna do well, but it's
actually,
not gonna flip
I
overnight to
actually,
$100. It's just not realistic.
I'm not gonna lie. I actually was watching it. Like, I've been watching XRP since January this year. Actually, watch it go from 50 cents to $1 to $2. I literally watched it do it. I'm like, what? So I got in. I was hesitant. I was like hesitant, and I'm watching it just move. I'm like, oh my god,
Okay.
missed out.
Let's
I missed out on a big move.
let's talk about that. that mindset, okay? I didn't buy Coca-Cola when it was going up. I was studying the business and I bought it when it went down because I now can buy a business that I want cheaper, and not just cheaper than where it was, at a price that's now undervalued. Right? So I'm very happy to buy that. I've now bought it undervalued. You watched it at 50 cents and $1 and you didn't want it. But then you wanted it at 3. Why did you want it at 3 that you didn't want it at 1? What changed?
Hype.
You know, I started doing my research on it. And the more and more I started doing my research, the more and more I was convinced, like, oh, all right, yeah, this is what's happening. So, but it ain't, everything takes time. So I didn't expect it to shoot up as soon as I bought it. I know it's gonna take a little time, and I just didn't want to miss out when it do. Like, because
Right.
when it starts to
Okay.
move, it happens out of nowhere.
You
You never know when it's
you will be successful when you can accept you're right and you're wrong and know why you did stuff. You bought it because you didn't want to miss out. That is not a good financial decision. I came on here today and I said I was wrong about XRP breaking up today. I'm not trying to hide it or go, oh yeah, fluff it over. I was wrong. The market didn't crash today. I'm expecting the market to crash. I don't know why it isn't crashing. It should, and I'm sure it will, but I'm wrong. And I accept when I'm wrong, and I know when I'm wrong. And because I'm looking at I'm doing the maths, I'm doing the numbers. I'm not just guessing. So I'm worried that, and it's good that you now admit that. You admit that on the show, you didn't want to miss out. And that is the wrong way of investing because everybody else is doing the same thing. I don't want to miss out. And what does that mean? That means everybody now overbuys it so it gets too expensive. It's not worth that amount of money because everybody doesn't want to miss out.
But
Yeah.
for me doing my research, everybody really actually not in XRP because like the big financial institutions are really not in it. It's just like the retail. The numbers you see now for XRP is all retail buying. Like it's not the big institutions. And from my understanding, for XRP to really start moving up, it needs the financials to be the financial institutions to buy in.
When you
That's
say
why it hasn't moved like that, from what I
institutions don't
remember.
own it, what about Ripple themselves? They own nearly all of it. Who are they? They're not retail.
Ripple has a third of it in escrow. They have a third of it in escrow.
Yeah, they got a lot of it.
Right.
I don't
So
think
when you
Ripple
say
counts
nobody's
though
owning
right
it,
now. I mean, Ripple own it because they the owners of it, but I don't think they. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like Ripple themselves is not enough to make it go up. They need the institutions, like they need BlackRock, they need all those people to buy into it.
What if they sell though? What if they sell because they need capital for something else? Because Ripple wants to become a bank ultimately.
Yeah.
What if they need capital for something else? They could dump that price like crazy.
Oh yeah, 80% down overnight.
But it's
overnight. There's more chance of it going down 80% than it is going up 80%.
I mean, you right, but it's only $3. I just can't see it happen. It's only $3. Like it's not 80. Like you know what I'm saying, it's $3. Like it's not even high. It's not even that high enough.
Whoa. What do you hang on? Whoa. What do you mean when you say it's not that expensive? It's not that high yet. What do you mean? What do you actually buy when you buy an XRP coin? Is there a piece of silver that turns up at your front door? What do you buy? When you say it's only $3, when you say it's only $3, Bitcoin's 100,000, so it's only $3. You're buying a couple of ones and zeros in a computer. That's what you're buying. Until it makes money for those ones and zeros, and it doesn't at the moment, that's what you're buying. Don't say, and let me tell you, because I talk to people actually work at projects, and when they set up their coin, because I've been looking at doing my own coin, but I want to do a coin that helps my audience that I never own, right? I want to do a coin as a souvenir for my audience, not for me to make money. Most people don't do that. They set up a coin to make themselves money. And when I talk to project managers who want to create a coin, they always say the same thing to me. How can I get the audience, my customer to buy it? I don't see them as customers. I see them as my audience, right? They say, how do I get people to buy it? And they always come up with the same answer. Make it sound cheap. 0.00001, like a Shiba Inu. For $10, you could own 1 million coins. So everyone thinks they're getting all this stuff. Well, if I said to you, I earn $100 a year, and I sold you one share of my business, it would be worth $100. Not 200, not 1 million, not 1,000, 100. Why? Because I earn $100 a year. That's it. If I said to you, I'm going to do 100 shares at $1 each, that is still $100 valuation. You just buy 100 $1 shares. So if I turn around and says, I'm going to give you 1 million shares, they're now all 0.001 cent a share. It's still worth $100. So because you go, it's only $3, and you're looking at it with the mindset of Bitcoin's 120,000 now, it sounds cheap. How is it cheap? It's a made-up number.
Right now, all of crypto is speculation until there's regulations, honestly.
Yeah, but isn't that absurd? Isn't that absurd? Everybody wanted Bitcoin because it's deregulated, decentralized, nothing to the government. And then we sat down and went, oh, no one's buying it. We need to get regulation. And then they got regulation. And then they got the SEC to approve it. And then now they've got the government not just adopting it, but controlling it. And it's like, oh, but I like that now. Well, you didn't even want that at the beginning. And now you're celebrating it and buying it because the government control it again. People don't know what they want. We got a new...
people have to also realize the government doesn't want us rich.
No, of course they don't.
They don't. They don't want us rich. They'll, whatever that looks really good to them that could possibly make us rich, they're going to take control over it in some way.
What Donald Trump did it twice. He did it with the Trump coin. On inauguration night, I've got a White House press room contact, and I can tell you 100% from the dinner table at the inauguration, Baron Trump was going to bring out his own coin at the table. It was all set to go, and Melania and Donald stopped it because it would look too obvious. The Trump coin went up and sold off. The Melania coin went up and sold off. And I can show you the 14 wallets, the only 14 wallets who made all the money on the Trump coin. Guess what, folks? They're all in the Trump family. Is that okay with you? Are you okay with that? I don't know. We've got a new guest just called in. Jan, how are you, Jan?
Yeah, I'm great. How are you?
I'm very well, mate. I like the fancy sports chair you've got there you're sitting on. I got one like that, mate.
Yeah, it's because of my back, huh?
Yeah, I've got a bad back. You've got to have a good chair, mate. You've got to have a good chair. Where you calling in from? Sorry?
Rotterdam, the Netherlands.
Rotterdam! I played regularly on Dam Square in the Maxim's Piano Bar in the Netherlands. It's wonderful to have you here, mate.
Yeah, because I'm listening to everybody speaking XRP to 10,000 and 100,000. But I bought it myself at 73 cents because I was lucky. It wasn't something that is like I'm really looking into it.
Okay.
But the market right now, there's no retail. So everybody can say, well, let's go to 10,000 or 100,000. When there's no retail, it's a short squeeze and long squeeze party right now. The institutions are now in control of the crypto market. When the Clarity Act will come, then you will make some money. But now it's take some profit. That is what I'm doing right now. Taking some profit, buying it when it's lower. But what I see now is that everybody's going like, okay, hold on. And then it goes down for 6, 7, 8%. And I'm expecting that. But I'm not expecting 10,000. We should be really realistic and think okay, let's make it $4.
I think people have lost sight of perspective. If you think about the 507 businesses that are currently on the S&P 500 in the United States, arguably the best businesses in the world, your Apples, your Microsoft, your Googles, whatever, you can expect to make 10% on average a year on the S&P. Now, if you buy when we have big corrections like I did with the Liberation Day, I made about 70 grand in a couple of weeks. I've made about 30% on the S&P this year. So you can outperform that, but 10% is the average. If you put your money in the bank, you get 2 or 3%, and in reality, you lose that because of inflation. So to get 10% a year is very, very good. Very, very good. Now, cryptocurrencies, because they're much more volatile, you can make hundreds and thousands of percent, right? So if you've just made 10% in 5 minutes, like today, for example, on a crypto coin, why would you not sell it? Because you've just outperformed what the S&P, the 500 best businesses have done all year, and you've not sold anything because you just think it's going to go on forever and ever and ever. Well, if you keep making 10%, you're going to be the richest man in the world without any drama, without any stress. And I proved it on my show by not doing shorts, not doing options, consistently winning a piece by piece by piece, protecting my money, not just sitting in there going forever and ever, it's going to go up and I'm not going to trim. I even sold today Vertical Aerospace when I said I wouldn't do that. Why? Because it's like 5 to 10 years before we actually make money, and Coca-Cola went below the value that is the right price for me. So I took 24% profit. I earned that in a week to doing nothing, and I bought the Coca-Cola again with that money. So there's nothing wrong with selling and protecting your money. And if you keep winning consistently and not losing, you're going to beat everybody who wins big one day and loses big the next day. I mean, I've gone from 5 grand to 600 grand without options, without shorts in 4 years, and I will be at $1 million by the end of the year. Now, could I have made more money if I'd put it all on XRP? Maybe, but maybe not. Because would I have sold? And if I'd sold, how much tax would I have had to pay? And then I can't reinvest it. What matters is you consistently win every day, piece by piece, slowly and steadily, and you'll outperform everybody. You'll do really well. I've got, before I get your response, I do have another guest. We've got Tyler. Let me just unmute him. Tyler, good afternoon to you. Where are you calling in from?
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Good I love Pennsylvania. Pittsburgh, I love it. Isn't that where, am I wrong? I'm completely stupid here. Isn't that where Rocky ran up the... No, that's Philadelphia, isn't it?
Yeah, that's Philly.
Oh, sorry, mate. I got it wrong.
5-hour drive from there,
right.
So.
And how can I help you, mate?
Honestly, it was a very interesting conversation you guys were having, and I wanted to be a part of it.
Great, thank you.
I wanted to just say that I bought back in July when the hype was at its peak, and everything was at XRP was at the 350, and I feel like I was like one of those people who got, excited for the hype. I bought in massively. Now I'm kind of like learning from my mistakes.
Thank you for being honest. I love that.
Yeah.
How can you do you know, Tyler, when I started off 4 years ago, I did every single thing wrong. I lost nearly $40,000. I kept buying Virgin Galactic. Oh, it's going to go to the moon. It's brilliant. It's this, that, and the other. And I actually went down. I was playing at Mark Cuban's house. He's one of the guys on Shark Tank, a billionaire. I was playing at his house.
Wow.
Yeah. And I went and in the when I was on my break from doing the gig, there was all these hedge fund managers, Wall Street managers, guys that work in the pit, been doing it all their lives in their 60s, just retired. And here I am. I've been on YouTube for 10 minutes, right? And I'm telling all these guys, oh, guess what? Virgin Galactic, Tesla, brr, Bitcoin, brr, I know what I'm doing. And I was telling them how clever I was because I was making all this money. I had no idea what I was doing, and then I just lost it all. And I went back to that gig about a year later, and I saw them again because I was booked back by the Jerry Jones Halloween party, the guy who owns the Cowboys. And I played, yeah, thank you, yeah, it was cool. And I played there, talked to the same people, and I went, guys, you must have been laughing at me. They said, well, we didn't want to put you down, but we just smiled and listened because you were new and you do what everybody does. The difference is you've learned from your mistakes, and now I'm making money. And now I focus on talking to those people. I literally talk to those people. Who's buying? What's the price? What's the value? How does it make money? Not the dream and the idea and the speculation, because that means nothing. Because when people talk about these armies of people that do all these things, like the Shiba army and the XRP army, who are these armies? Because the moment they want to sell, they just sell, and there's no army, there's no conviction. We're not all together. Everyone just sells when it suits them, and now I look at it differently, and if something makes money and I can buy it under value, it's just, if I turn around to you and I said, I've got a bit of background noise coming from somewhere.
Might be my fan. One second.
Oh, is it your fan? Oh, that's it. Yeah. I could hear a blowing noise. Thank you. If I said to you, like I just said to our previous, I think it was Michael, when I said to you, this, I can earn this $100 a year, and you can buy my business for $1, you'd buy it, right? Because you go, well, it makes 100. I buy it for one. It's undervalued. It's worth $100. I can buy it for one. And you're growing, and you got a good management. You got no debt. Simple, isn't it? Really. It's why yesterday I bought Pfizer on a pump. I kept it for about an hour. Donald Trump said, well, we got this thing with Pfizer. And I thought, this is going to go up. I think, is it 20 grand I put in? I forget now how much it was. I made $800 in a few minutes, sold it. Looking at the balance sheet, it's got 50% debt. It's not a good business. It's got 50% debt. I decided I'm going to just take a quick scalp trade. I took profit. But with crypto, there isn't that information. It doesn't exist right now. So if you keep protecting your money and keep taking small profits along the way, you end up winning. If you just keep speculating and guessing, well, then you are a gambler. And that's okay. If you like gambling, gamble away. What are your thoughts to that, Tyler?
So would you speculate that, like, if I'm holding that, does that mean I'm a gambler, or does that, because I feel like what I've learned in the past, like 3 months, I'm best at just not doing anything in the sense of letting it sit. Yeah. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, you've raised a very good point there. A very good point. A new business set up 4 years ago when COVID happened was Robinhood. They realized we were all sat at home. They were out before then, but they started to really push it with GameStop. They all realized we all had stimulus checks. Everybody had excess money, sitting at home bored. What can we do? Oh, everybody wants to get rich. Everybody wants to play on their phones. Robinhood suddenly exploded. The GameStop crisis. Everybody started buying GameStop thinking they could short the market and stuff it to the man and be like Roaring Kitty and all the rest of it. Reality was very different. Roaring Kitty and a handful of guys made money. Everybody else lost their money, and out came the film Dumb Money. The whole thing with Robinhood democratizing stock market has enabled people to trade way too easily. Because if you had to get in your car and drive to my house with a big bag of money and take the time to give me your money in return for a certificate of a share of my business, you'd have time to process it, think about it, and so on and so forth. So you probably wouldn't do it. You'd be really thinking about it a lot, because you could do it really easily on your phone while sat on the toilet. I mean, people do. You do it more often. And Robinhood actually, when they started, had confetti. So every time you trade, confetti came down. All right, and they had to get rid of that. The SEC said you're gambleized. You're making investing gambling. You're making it too fun. You're gamifying it, right? So they took away the confetti. So why did they do that? Why does a brokerage exist in the first place? Robinhood exists to make money. They're a business, and they come up with tools to get you to do something. So every time you buy, sell, do a short, do this, do that, set up a stop limit order, they make money. They wholesale the trades to a market maker, and they say it's free, and it looks like it's free. It's not. You just pay slightly more for the stock, and they deduct their money out of the market maker wholesale buy, right? Okay, so they're a business. So their job, their very existence, is to get you to trade all the time. So I've always said, because you can trade doesn't mean you should trade. So if you have looked at a business, and we saw today, the first time, I think it was in 6 years, that Warren Buffett, Berkshire, have made an acquisition. They bought Occidental Chemicals this morning. Waited years to do it, like 9 billion. Wait and wait and wait, study. This business is great, we're going to buy it, right? They're not trading in and out every 5 minutes. So if you have bought a business which is undervalued, so of where you think it's going to go in the future, then why not own that business and allow it to then reward you over time? Now, if the fundamentals change for some reason, you know, the CEO changes, like James Quincy from Coca-Cola just decides to quit tomorrow, and they decided they're gonna I don't know, mess around with the business, and I don't like the way he's going to run the business. Then it's time to sell my Coca-Cola, right? Time to get out. Because the fundamentals have changed. I don't like the structure. They're borrowing money. They're buying Binky Bonk coin. Oh my God. I don't like that. I sell the business. So just because you can trade doesn't mean you should. However, if the market changes, and I got to a point, I was in the S&P for like nearly 2.5 years, never selling, just buying and buying, using tax lots to buy more, to accumulate more. And then all of a sudden, I looked and not all of a sudden, but over 2 years, I'm watching it going, this is getting more and more expensive. This is getting crazy. I'm going to trim. I'm going to sell. Now, I overreacted slightly because of my wife's cancer treatment, but nevertheless, it was the right thing to do on the basis of valuation. So I trimmed and I bought what I felt was a much better value, Coca-Cola as a defensive position. So to answer your question, if you buy something and it's undervalued and there's no reason to sell it, then why sell it? You're encouraged to sell it. One thing that a lot of people do on the show, and they ask me all the time, do you believe in stop losses? Absolutely not. Stop losses are bloody awful. Stop loss is an insurance. They want you to put a stop loss. So middle of the night, as the stock goes down for some macro condition, it triggers, sells. At that point, it goes back up again because remember, everyone sets it probably at the same point, a point on a chart which suggests support or resistance or whatever. So the whole world's going around about here and people go, well, I'm smart. I did it 1 cent before that. Yeah, so did everybody else, right? So you're all copying the same plan, all right? So what happens most often, it hits a stop loss and goes back up. Doesn't matter to the brokerage, they made money because you traded. So I don't like stop losses because when you know what you own, you allow money at the side to buy more if there is a macro condition, not selling when it goes down. Like today, it went down, Coca-Cola. I sold my vertical aerospace and I bought more Coca-Cola because the gains, risk to reward are much better with Coke as they are with vertical aerospace. And I'll find some more money soon to buy some more if it goes down lower. So I don't think you should trade in and out, left and right, just because you can. Does that give you a good answer?
That gives me a pretty good answer. But I'm within the last like 3 months, like I said, I've learned that I'm not a trader, and I jumped into something that I didn't have knowledge into because of the hype. And looking back 10 years ago, when Bitcoin was at $500 or whatever the case is. But I've learned I'm good at holding, but I do enjoy XRP, but there's so much hype around it. And there's so much information around it that it's kind of crazy to make decisions sometimes.
Yes,
They have the best marketing strategy ever of any company because they're doing it from social media. And then you create a hype and a FOMO. And from that FOMO, everybody's buying, and a lot of leverage. It's unbelievable how much people are in leverage. I'm going to give you an example what I'm doing. I have 100%, then I do 85% I'm doing in spot. And 15% I play with so that I don't have to do any stop losses. Because if I lose, I lose. But if I win, I win. And I take that profit and it goes back to my spot. Or if you're not into the spot, then you can go into stable coins and put the profit into stable coins. It will not move 20% in a day, but it would not go down 20% in a day.
What's the point of going into stable coins though? Because a dollar is a dollar. It doesn't make any money. Why would you park it there? Why would you not just put it in uninvested cash and earn 4%?
I'm doing it into spot, but I know some people that are going like, well, spot can go down 20%.
Yeah.
If the price XRP goes 20% down. But
Yeah.
if I do it in like a stable coin, it will maybe go 1% or 0.5%,
Well,
depending on the dollar.
it doesn't. It doesn't really move at all. So what I'm saying is, if you've got cash, if you've sold something, why would you not put it in uninvested cash and earn 4%? Why would you buy a stable coin? What was the purpose of that?
You can use it as collateral for like another margin.
You could do
trade
that with
you
uninvested cash and earn 4% at the same time.
Yeah, well, that's the choice that somebody. What I'm doing is spot. I'm not doing any stable coins, but I see a lot of people going, okay, I'm gonna park it into stable coins,
Yeah, that.
and then wait until the price goes down, and then I'm
Yeah.
gonna buy it again
It,
to have the peace of mind. Then it's not gonna go down 20%.
it doesn't make any sense just parking your money in a stable coin. That's just dead money, just sitting there waiting. And I understand you're protecting your money, but then you could just leave it in cash in your portfolio, earning 4%.
Yeah, but that's why I'm doing the spot. Everything goes into spot, and then 15% I'm, let's say, gambling with, because it's the crypto market is gambling, because it's now, what is it now, 5-6% up?
Oh yeah,
And
it's going nuts. Look at this now.
yeah,
We've
Oh
got XR.
shit.
I mean, it's going great. Whoa, look
but
at
wait,
Sorry.
look at that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's going great.
but when Asia wakes up and the Bybit wants to sell off, they will sell off, and then we're all sleeping and we're waking up and it's -12.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, that's not investing to me. I want to be consistently making money. I don't want. I can't sleep at night. I mean, I can't have my money locked up into something that's just hoping that everyone buys it. See, I had the philosophy of this: if I want to achieve something in my life, I do it for myself. I started my YouTube channel with nobody watching. For a year and a half, I earned nothing. Nobody watching for a year and a half. But I knew that if I kept going, I could build it, because I could see how people, even when I had 2 or 3 people, they loved the show, they were engaged, they watched all day. And my mind said, if these 2 or 3 people can sit with me all day and watch this show, there'll be another 2 or 3 people who think the same. So I'll keep going and I'll keep doing it. So I did that for myself. All right. If I want to earn money, I work. If I want to invest, I invest. I don't rely on anyone else doing something for me to be successful. Whereas in crypto, that's what you all do. You all rely on everybody else to buy the coin that you own. I don't need you to buy the S&P. I don't need you to buy Coca-Cola. The businesses make the money for themselves. Now, you mentioned social media. That's a really, really important point there. I know lots of the biggest YouTubers in the world, and every single one of them got famous on YouTube. One day they had a normal job, whatever they were doing, made a few videos, got famous, and here they are on YouTube, all like, look at me, look what I did. I'm earning millions, I'm flying around in my plane, and all the rest of it. Now, I often get confused for being arrogant or whatever. I don't mean to come across like that, but let me explain. I toured the world for 40 odd years this October as the world piano man. Vegas shows, West End show, Phantom of the Opera, with Elton John. I've done all these things. I've made my fame and fortune the real old-fashioned way. People literally got in cars and drove to theatres to watch me and paid tickets to see me play and sing, right? So I know what that is. And because I know what that is, I know what real people watching you and supporting you really is. Get on YouTube is a great honour, but it's not real fame. I'm just sat in a dark room right now. There's no one here. Yes, there's 100,000 subscribers, but I'm just talking to you, Jan. I'm just talking to you, Tyler. Everybody else is just watching. I don't know. I'm just talking to you guys, right? So I didn't do this to get famous or rich. I've had my time. I'm 56 years of age. I've had a wonderful life, right? I'm just trying to help people by going live. I'm not trying to make sensationalistic videos. So when I put a post on X, it's not to make myself feel important because I want to feel famous. I don't want 1 million followers following me for the sake of it. I don't follow people to get them to follow me. In fact, I follow nobody. I only follow my musical channel, Sensei and Vaz. I follow nobody. I can't be more transparent than that, right? Everybody else on X follows everybody else to get audiences, and then they unfollow them just to get an audience. And every statement is always XRP's going to zero tomorrow, or XRP's going to $1 million. It's all bullshit. Right? Now, I know because I literally speak to people at Bank of America, Ripple, Robinhood. I've got a whole list of CEOs that I meet and talk with and go to play. Big Ed, I meet him every couple. In fact, oh, bloody hell, it's tonight, 5:30, we're going spin class. He owns millions of shares of Amazon. I talk to the real people, right? And I just tell you the facts. It's not always popular. It's not as exciting, but it is what it is. And I think social media has fueled beyond all level crypto. And in fact, it's to the point now where I don't even look anymore at anything at all on social media. I just put my post, reply to my comments wherever I can, and that's it. Because every single post I see that comes through my feed is either hate, people angry, they hate Trump, or they absolutely love him. They want to kill somebody. They want to love somebody. Everything is extreme. Everything is bloody ridiculous. And nearly all of it has no value, quality, depth of anything. It's noise. And it seems to me that the louder people shout, the more people listen. And I just, the loudest people, I don't want to be the loudest person. I just want to tell the truth. So I don't think social media has been that great for crypto, if I'm honest. And you know how I know that? Because I get thousands of emails a day. Every single one that is asking to sponsor my channel is asking to do a crypto project, nearly always Bitcoin. I've never had one email from Coca-Cola, Warren Buffett, Mike, anything like that. No one's ever said, oh, do you want to sponsor? No, it's always Bitcoin. And everyone, I've even had people try to hijack my channel, drop in stuff in the email, all kind of stuff to trick me. Everything has been, everything has been bad. Nothing's been good. I never get any good emails. It's bloody horrible. So I don't think social media has a lot really to offer. I think it's anti-social media. What's your thought on that?
Yeah, I totally agree. I totally agree because it lights something into people that cannot afford to invest. They see this guy with all the stacks of money and saying, okay, I made it with XRP or with Bitcoin or whatever.
Yeah.
But they always say it in a way like a clock can be right, a broken clock can be right twice a day.
Yeah.
It can go up and it can go down.
Yeah.
But when it goes up, they're saying, well, I told you it would go up. And then it goes down. I told you.
I told you.
Down.
Everybody,
I told
you.
Buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip,
Yeah.
buy the dip, buy the dip. Yeah, well, eating or buying the dip. What do you want to do? Because I'm very irritated by these mostly YouTubers that are screaming at you.
Well, it's why I go live, because you're here. Yeah. You are. I'm not going to sit here wait for it to go up. Right? Imagine if I didn't do this live stream today, I could earn so much more money. It'd be so easy. All I got to do is wait for XRP to go up like it is now. Oh, there it is. All right. And then all I got to do then is come up with a big thumbnail going XRP to $10. We're all going to be rich by tomorrow. Okay. And I'll do a, sorry?
To the moon. It's not going
yeah, to the moon.
It's going to the roof.
Yeah, for the roof. And then I'll do a video. I won't go live because lives, YouTube cannot process this until I've finished. YouTube cannot share this out in a big audience until I've finished. So you make a video. That's how people make money on YouTube. Like Graham Stepan, he makes 2 or 3 a week. That's it. He waits for a big moment to happen, makes a video, puts it out, 1 million views. I can do that. I've got 100,000 subscribers. I can do that and earn loads of money doing it. I'll just wait. I'll wait to be right. I'll wait for it to crash or I'll wait for it to go up and then claim I'm right. I'll make a video. I'll put it out. YouTube will share it out. Everybody will watch it and go, Martyn's brilliant. He always gets it right. Share it. Whatever. I make $1 million. I make $100 on the video. Whatever. No, I don't do that. I go live and I sit here for hours and hours and hours a day talking to you, being live. This doesn't make me money. The only way I live is investing on the stock market and super chats and memberships. Ad revenue is zero. It's like nothing for me. It's a couple of grand a month at most for 12 hours a day, 30 days a week, 30 days a month, whatever. That's it. So And every single time, people are in the chat going, "You're an idiot. You're talking rubbish. XRP's got $1 million," and I say, "Call in and tell me why I'm an idiot." Then those people never call in, but they'll reply to me on X and tell me I'm an idiot, or they'll dox me and share my address and they go, "We're going to come and get you," but they never call in. They just threaten me and be horrible. No one ever calls in. You guys are calling in. You might agree, disagree, but we're having a healthy conversation. Where are all the people that think I'm an idiot? Call on in. They don't call in.
I think that's one reason why that, like, I respect your opinion, because you're not like on the XRP train per se. Like, you like the idea that it can make money, but like, you're not about the hype. You don't read into all that bull crap.
No. And there's no training program. If you notice, our training program that we've done is free. It's on Discord. We've got a whole 10 or 11 part series video training course, which we could sell, which we give to you for free on Discord. You have to pay $2.99 to access Discord, admittedly, but we gave that afterwards as a thing. We do that. I'm never saying, buy my training course. How clever am I? I predicted all this. It's free. It's free because I actually make money doing it. So I don't need to try to make money out of the nonsense because I actually didn't make any money. I mean, meet Kevin, who's got I think 2 million subscribers. He told people to buy FTX because Sam Bankman-Fried paid him. I had nothing to do with any of that, if you may remember. Nothing. Him, Graham Stepan, Andre Sheck, they all took the money, all knowing it was rubbish. I didn't do it. I was offered a deal from Gemini. Sponsor that. I didn't. I just gave you the referral, and I did it for about 3 or 4 days, and I said it's rubbish. No one's getting it. No one's getting what they want from it. It doesn't work very well, and I told you that. And I sold Gemini stock as well, but I don't know. It's a crazy world, lads. This is great. I love having conversations like this. Is that a real bike you got hanging up there on the wall?
Oh yeah, that's my my Trek bike.
Oh,
so that's a mountain bike. I hike and
good for you.
Hike, travel a bunch, and
that looks like one of them really expensive bikes, not one you buy from Walmart for $100.
Yeah, no, that was like $2,000.
Bloody hell!
Has a bunch of upgrades and stuff too.
Yeah,
so.
I can imagine. Brilliant. Well, if anybody'd like to join in the conversation, love to talk to you because it's happening. It's happening. Is anybody at all taking any profit here today? You're up 4.5%. Wow, look at that in one day like that. What are you guys doing? Are you selling? Are you holding forever? What are you doing?
Holding for now. I mean, I'm in the red right now, so my average is 318. So
okay,
I'll be holding for a while.
Yeah, when it gets to your wash level, so you'd pay no tax, you just get your money back out. Would you sell it and go, do you know what? I don't like this. I'm going to go and buy something else, or you're going to carry on going, thinking I'll wait till it's $5. I don't know. Pick a number.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be comfortable just selling for a wash. I got to get something out of at least these 3 months. So I think honestly, I'm just gonna hold and see where it takes me. I mean, that's kind of where my head's at right now.
Okay. Remember, you can't. Your strategy shouldn't be, well, I haven't made any money before, so I'm just going to hold forever, because it doesn't care that you own it. You know what I mean? It's not like, it's not looking at you going, poor old Tyler, he bought it at the wrong time. Let's keep going for a while longer. No one, he doesn't care that you own it. Do you know what I mean? And if you think the story is still right, but the trouble is with crypto, it's all about the story. It's nothing to do with the value or the fundamentals. It's all about the story. And all you're hoping for is everybody else is going to queue up today and buy it. That's all. That's all. You see, I every day I read the letters from Coca-Cola, and I look at who they're selling today, what new flavors are coming out, whatever. And I keep monitoring the business that I own, because it's my business. Just like if you had your own business, when I buy shares, I feel it's my business. Just like your job, that's you, like my YouTube channel. This is my business. So I look at Coca-Cola like that. Well, I can't look at XRP like that because other than the bit of information I get from Ripple when I talk to a few people there, everything else is on social media, which I don't look anymore. I've just felt there's no need because everyone just makes it up. People just make it up. I don't know how many times I've seen posts where Jerome Powell is now supporting XRP. We're going to get a rate cut next week, and the government, US government, are using XRP as a reserve. It's all made up nonsense. So there's nothing of value there to give me any. I just don't know what the point of that is, other than to hype everybody up.
I got a question. I mean, you're talking to Ripple directly, and I mean, you're obviously seeing like these ETFs that were supposed to come into play. I mean, I heard today because of the government shutdown that's not the case anymore.
Correct. No, the rules have changed. The SEC changed the rules and they don't need to qualify the way they did before. So basically everyone's got to cancel their applications and reapply for a different system. It was in our newsletter a couple of days ago. Sensei did a great piece on it. And now they can reapply and it's virtually guaranteed that they're going to get accepted now under the new rules.
So with all that information that you're talking to Ripple, and you're seeing that these ETFs for XRP, can be pushed through. Do you still not see potential for growth?
All I can see is, do you remember when the big thing with Ethereum, when it was Lightning 2? And everybody went, Lightning 2 is going to be the best thing in the world and Ethereum's going to go up 1,000,000%. It just meant Ethereum had a slightly better technology. Yeah. The question is, did it make it more valuable? Did it make the coin make any more money? Well, of course it didn't do anything. Yeah. Nothing happened. It was a nothing burger. Everybody got excited and pumped it to the hill and nothing happened. Now, all an ETF means is institutions can buy XRP that they couldn't buy before because they're not allowed to. If you talk to people like Fisher, I talked to Fisher. Fisher are the second biggest shareholder after Berkshire in Coca-Cola. Fisher and Big Ed, my mate, he's with Fisher, right? So I talked to him. Fisher cannot buy Bitcoin. They can buy an ETF of Bitcoin, but they can't buy Bitcoin. So they could suddenly start buying XRP. However, just because they can now legally buy it and put it on their balance sheet, do they want to? That most institutions don't actually want to. The reason why BlackRock are doing it, because they know you all want it. And BlackRock are like that. They don't really care. Is it Larry Fink? Is it Larry Fink? I forget his name. But he hates Bitcoin. Yeah. Is he the CEO? I forget now of BlackRock. Whatever. They brought out an ETF and he doesn't even believe in it. Give the audience what they want. If they want to buy this crap, I don't mind. That's their attitude. That's literally how some of these institutions think about it. If people want to buy this crap, let them buy it. I've had people tell me that. I've literally had people tell me that. Some of my CEOs say that. One thing I like about Warren Buffett is this. Warren Buffett doesn't buy back shares to please the shareholders and pump the stock. He only buys back shares of Berkshire when he feels that Berkshire shares are undervalued. Isn't that great? Isn't that responsible? Other people want to promote the stock and tell you it's great just because they know you'll buy it. So the ETFs just allow people that can't buy it to buy it. But a lot of people that can buy it or will be able to buy it won't buy it anyway. Yeah. Why I like Ripple, and I'll repeat this until it's I bang my head against the wall, is because, yes, it's got all these great things, but it's not the only one. Anyone could do it. I could do it tomorrow. I haven't got the money to make it as big and as famous as Ripple, but I could write the code the same. Not me literally, but a guy I employ could do it. But what makes it valuable is when the Ripple Bank comes out and they go, all that escrow stuff, we stick in reserve. We use that as our gold. We use that to back up our transactions. And that's how XRP actually makes money. Now it speaks my language. Now I can look at it like Coca-Cola and go, right, you spend this on a can of Coke and you sell it for that. That's a good business. I like that. XRP can do a transaction. It costs that, and we sell it for that to the person on the other end. I like that. That makes money. I can own that. If Ripple came out tomorrow as a public company, I'd be jumping all over it. but they're not.
What are your thoughts about Ripple having an IPO after Brad leaves?
Say again?
What are your thoughts about? Because I hear a lot of speculation and about Ripple getting an IPO after Brad leaves and a new CEO steps up, or right before.
Oh, when Brad leaves, I don't know. I don't see how Brad really has anything to do with the direction now of crypto. It's not the same as I don't think it makes that difference who the CEO is, to be quite frank. It's not the same as a company that produce a product and then they say, we're changing the flavor, or we're building a different iPhone, or like, Steve Jobs when he left, when he was no longer involved with Apple. I don't think Brad being at the helm really makes a difference. We all know how XRP works. And that's it. It just comes down to how efficient does it make me? How much money can I make from it? Shall I use it or not? I don't see that. You can buy Ripple right now as a private investor if you are an accredited investor. I actually looked into it because I've got enough money to do it now. I could become an accredited investor and I could actually buy Ripple if I wanted to. I might look into that actually. But yeah.
One thing I wanted to mention with the ETFs, when the Rex ETF for XRP popped up, weeks prior, there is so much hype. And it dropped, and then the price went down like crazy, and you're just like,
that's when I sold, got out.
Yeah, because you're just like, okay, well, this happened with one ETF. What about the rest of these 7 or 8 that are about to pop out in October?
Well, the ETF that came out was bloody rubbish. Have you ever heard about what's it called, Yield Max? Have you heard about them? No. Okay, so have you seen The Big Short?
Yes.
Yeah, I think everybody has, right? Who watches this show? Yeah. Have you seen that? Jan, you seen The Big Short?
I've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's brilliant, right?
I lived it.
Yeah.
2008.
Yeah, you lived it. Yeah, a lot of people in America did.
That was hard.
Yeah, right. The sad story is a lot of people lost their lives, committed suicide. I mean, it wasn't just a time for a few people to make money. It was a really serious bad time, and we could be there again now. At any moment, this could happen again. So, if you understand that film, then you'll understand that Wall Street is, like we said earlier, just because you can trade doesn't mean you should trade, right? It's a business, and people sit down in their offices and go, I've got a load of people, I reckon, that want to buy this. How can we package it up in a package and sell it to people and make money from it? So that ETF that came out, I looked at it. What a load of rubbish that was. The management fee wasn't even disclosed. They didn't even tell you how much money they were going to make out of it, right? You had no idea what you were buying. An absolute bloody pile of pants. I don't know who the hell would buy that nonsense, right? And it really put a bad taste in crypto. Yeah. It all sold off. Now, one of the most famous is one called Yield Max. Now, this is a laugh. When you listen to this, you'll go, oh my God, how's that even allowed? Just because it's SEC regulated, don't mean it's great. Dave Mitchery has brought out, he owns Mullen, CEO of Mullen. Mullen is a scam stock. It's rubbish. He's gone bankrupt 5 times on purpose, keeps bringing out businesses, SEC regulated on the stock market. It's got to be real. It's got to be decent. Oh, I can buy it on my iPhone. I can buy it on Robinhood. All rubbish, all make no money, all pointless. Then we had what was his name? The CEO of Lucid. Could someone in the chat tell me the name of the CEO from Lucid? Peter Rawlinson. Peter Rawlinson was the 3rd highest paid CEO in the world at the time when Lucid was losing billions, and it's worth nothing now. Kept paying himself money. Where's the SEC regulations there? You do what you like. Pay myself what I want. If I want to pay myself all the money from the profits and bankrupt the company, I can do it. So anyone can do what they want. So anyway, because of that, anyone can sit around and come up with a business model and go, let's sell XRP and give it an ETF, give it a little package. So the Yield Max was designed by a bunch of guys in Wall Street setting up this thing. And they did all the sexy, famous things like NVIDIA, Tesla. You had their version ETF of the stock itself. So don't go out and buy Tesla. Buy the Yield Max version of Tesla. Get their version of it, right? And what you could do was you could buy Tesla and they would guarantee you own Tesla, hooray, and we're going to pay you like 30% a quarter in dividends. Well, how's that possible? If Tesla can't give you that, how can this other company give you that? But they did. They managed it. They did. And what they did was, right, they promised you all this insane amounts of profit that you could get, and they charged you an insane fee, but they tried to hide it. Well, the fee doesn't matter. Well, yeah, it does, right? And then they capped, this is the best part, they capped how much profit you could make. So if Tesla went to $1 million, you ain't getting it. No, we need that to pay the fees to give you the dividend. And the stock kept going down. And I've got guys on YouTube that know absolutely nothing about it telling me I'm an idiot and I should buy yield, Max. Why do you buy the S&P? You're an idiot. You only earn 3%, whatever it is, or 1 point, whatever it is. You can earn 30% a month, blah, blah, blah. What an idiot. And the stock price kept going down and down and down and down until it got to zero. So this bloody ETF for XRP comes out, same thing. A bunch of people sat around going, everybody wants XRP. We can charge them anything. They'll love this. Now we've got an ETF. Everybody on X wants it. And they can bring it out, make a ton of money, make the fund go to zero, disappear, and go, oh well, doesn't matter. Yeah. I mean, this stuff keeps happening. I mean, it sounds a joke, but that's exactly what they did with the tranches and all the bad debt in the housing bubble. They put a load of crap together in a box and sold it as something great. And everybody went, well, houses can't go to zero, can they? And everyone's going, well, it can't, can it? And Michael Burry went, I can read. It's on the numbers. And, oh, you're an idiot. What do you know? You're an idiot. Okay. Well, it's like me saying about the stock market's going to crash. It is going to crash. It is going to crash. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. It could be today, tomorrow, but it's going to happen, and I'm going to be up on it. When that happens, I'm going to be up. Oh, Michael's joining me again. Is this the Michael from earlier? Yes, it is. It's the Michael from earlier. There we go. He's still driving. I'm still behind the steering wheel.
I lost. Hold on. Let me use my camera.
No worries, mate. I'll just mute you for a second. So, oh, he's gone again. So at the end of the day, everybody wants to package something up and sell it to somebody. Yeah. Well, I go right back to what I said at the beginning. Every night I ask my wife, Leah, did I do a good job today? And am I a good person? Did I help people? And she says, yeah. If Leah said to me, Martyn, that was a load of crap, you just made that up. Why did you say that? You're just trying to like get clicks. You're just trying to sell videos. You're just trying to make money. I said, well, yeah, I would like to make some money, because don't we all want to make some money? This is my job, right? But I can't live with myself if I'm just making up nonsense. And the difference is I've had my time, my fame and fortune. I've done it. I've traveled the world. I've done everything I want to do. So now I just want to do something I'm proud of. I don't want to package it all up and tell you a lot of nonsense. So if you want me to find out something about XRP, I will do my damnedest through all of my sources to talk to the people that actually work at the factory. If I can get Brad Garlinghouse on the show, I will. We've had about 8 or 9 CEOs so far. There'll be more. And I'll bring it to you. But I'm not going to make it up. And if I don't know the answer, because let's be honest, I know there's a lot more I don't know than what I do know. I'll tell you the truth. I don't know. And I don't know if XRP is going to $1 million. I've no idea. I can't see how it can. It makes no sense to me to think it's going to, but who knows?
So, question on that. So have you ever collaborated with any of the channels out there that are like just XRP, just to see like what they have to say and compare it to what you know? And
I've been asked by loads of them to be on the show. I never reach out to anybody. They've asked me to be on their show, and so far it's always been I'll let you know, and I've never done it yet because my experience is just about every YouTuber I know that's contacted me got famous on YouTube, got a little bit carried away, think they know stuff because they won a few times, and I just don't really. But I know, what was it? Oh yeah, this is a good one for you. Bloomberg. Does it get much bigger than Bloomberg?
Oh, wow.
They called me. It was it was about 2 years ago when we were doing Virgin Galactic all the time. And I had a story about Eric Kearney. He's the financial guy, the investor relations guy at Virgin Galactic. I interviewed him 4 times. Michael Cole-Glazier, CEO. They called into my show. They would never be on camera to the audience. I had to do it off air and record it and have a conversation. They would never let me broadcast it, never let me record it. And they always spoke about GameStop because Eric Kearney used to work at GameStop when they had that big squeeze. And they wanted a YouTuber that would get behind them and let's do a little bit of roaring kitty, little bit of pump the stock while they were paying themselves all the profits. I didn't like it because my audience who are investing in Virgin Galactic, you basically want me to kind of like make myself rich, make you rich, and stuff it to my audience. Well, I go live every day. I don't make videos. I care about my people, right? I'm not doing that. So anyway, I had a story. I had lots of information. Bloomberg got hold of the story. They interviewed me. They started calling me up. I had loads of interviews with Bloomberg. We recorded it all. A piece was set to come out just the day before the Virgin Galactic earnings. And they said, we have to give the right to Virgin Galactic to respond before we publish your thing on the telly. I had a whole thing set up. And they contacted Virgin Galactic several times and Virgin Galactic wouldn't respond. And they said, we can't run the piece until they respond. They were waiting till after the earnings. And I said, pull the piece. They went, why do you want to do that? It's a great story. You'll get loads of subscribers. You'll be on the telly. I said, I don't care. I've been on the telly. I've had my own Vegas show. I've been in the Phantom of the Opera. I don't need to be on the telly. Yeah, but everybody on YouTube loves to get more subscribers. I said, I don't want it. I don't care. It's not right. I'm not going to allow Virgin Galactic to manipulate my audience by delaying the response. They were really upset with me because I wouldn't let the piece run. So I've had people reach out to me, but very often it's like they're trying to cash in on my audience or they want to use the audience to manipulate something or promote something. So as of yet, it's been no. So I said no to Bloomberg TV.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, oh well. Do you know, it is a little bit of trivia to you. I bet you won't know this because you're American, right? You're from America. Have you ever heard of Peter Kay, the comedian?
No, I haven't.
Have any of you guys heard of Peter Kay? He's like, you've heard of Ricky Gervais?
Yeah.
Right. Peter Kay is as famous as Ricky Gervais in Europe and in Britain. So he's massive, right? Really massive. All right. So this isn't the first time I've missed out on really good opportunities, right? In America, you have America's Got Talent, don't you? America's Got Talent, right? Well, we have the same thing in England, and we have one called Stars in Their Eyes. Mainstream TV, everybody watches it. And I went on as Cliff Richard. You probably never heard of him. He's like the English Elvis. Yeah, you never heard of him. All right, anyway. I went on, and I was number 2. I came second on the show, right? Peter Kay, so you think of Peter Kay like Ricky Gervais, he wasn't famous at the time. He was the comedian in the halftime show, warming the audience up, right? And he phoned me up the next day. It's like Ricky Gervais phoning me up. He says, Martyn, I've just written a series. It's called Phoenix Nights. I want you to be on it as Cliff Richard. I went, I'm not really interested. I don't want to be a impersonator. It's not who I am. Well, Peter Kay became as famous as Ricky Gervais. The series was massive. And the guy that did it was another guy who I knew from another show that was touring at the same time as me, and he became really rich and famous because of that. So I have done it before where I've turned down opportunities just because it's not the right thing. So I'm getting used to that. I've done it a couple of times, but I think it's important, because if I never get any more subscribers, the 100,000 that I have and that nice silver plaque there means something. I've got the ticks on the YouTube which says genuine and authentic. And 100,000 people fills a stadium. And if I never get another subscriber, the 100,000 people that watch know that I will turn down opportunities to do what I think is right for my audience. So no, I've never done a collaboration yet. They've been on my show, but I've never been on theirs. Not yet. Who knows what happens? Never say never, eh?
Yeah. Question: what's your current position in XRP? Did you sell it all?
I've sold it all, mate.
Was that yesterday that I was?
No, I sold it. No. I sold it before it went down. About last Friday. When when that ETF came out and I said this is rubbish, XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum's going down. That's when I sold, before it sold. I sold for a couple hundred dollars loss, but I would have been down 30 grand. Now, as it turned out, it's back up to where it was. So I'm back where I was if I'd stayed in. But I used that money, leveraged against it, and bought Coca-Cola. Because even though everyone's going, yeah, Martyn, you're wrong, and technically I suppose I am wrong because it hasn't crashed yet, I still think the S&P is going to go down. I think XRP and Bitcoin will go down before it really rallies somewhere higher. And I'll make 100 grand by Christmas on Coca-Cola, and then I can buy back all the XRP you could imagine. That's what I think. So, yeah.
Yeah. So your opinion is you don't want to go down with a sinking ship. You'd rather make your money and then on the way up, buy back after you've made a profit.
I don't mind. This is the difference, right? I always look at value. Can I buy it for here and sell it for here? Not the noise, not the hype, not the drama. Is it underpriced? Is it undervalued? And that's all I care about. And I look at risk to reward. I look at numbers, the Fed, the balance sheet, the CEOs, who's buying, who's selling, right? Is Bank of America using it? Why are they using it? I put all these pieces together and I come to the conclusion that I would rather consistently make money and not lose. Because now I've got $600,000. That's enough money. That's enough money. I don't want to lose it. I'm not going to gamble it and guess. And if I can make 10% a year just on the S&P, guess what? That's 60 grand a year doing nothing. So why am I going to risk it to make millions or lose it all? There's no sense to do that. And if that sounds boring and pointless, anyone can do that. And if you're 20 or 30 or 40 years of age, you can be as rich as you need to be by just buying the S&P. You definitely get there. Why risk it? Why leverage crypto? It's already super leveraged by the sheer fact it moves hundreds of % all the time. So, I don't mind buying back XRP at $5 if I know it's going to 10. And I'll know it's going to 10 when I get a sniff from Ripple saying that Ripple bank's coming out. And when they tell me Ripple Bank's coming out and who they're partnering with and how they'll make money, I'll go, you know what? That's going to make money. Then I don't care how much I pay for XRP within reason because I can see a path to profitability. That doesn't exist right now. All we've got now is speculation of where the price is going to go. Well, speculation is like going into a casino and flipping red or black, where I know that every time someone walks into a supermarket or anywhere and buys a soft drink, I'm making profit because I own Coca-Cola. And I know that. And I like that.
So the Ripple conference is November 4th to the 6th. Is that when they're going to relay that information if, becoming a bank's an actual possibility?
Could be. I don't know.
Okay. But
I'll keep checking and I'll keep phoning and I'll keep talking and I keep asking and when I know you'll be the first to hear about it.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, me and Sensei and Vaz, they're in the UK, I'm in the US in Texas, and we'll go live at any point. I've gone live at midnight. They've gone live at midnight. We'll go live at any moment. If we find out something like that's going to happen, we're not going to make it up. We're not going to guess. We're going to go live and we're going to tell you and we're going to show you the evidence. I can't say more than that. I don't know the answer until I know the answer. Yeah. I'm not going to guess though, mate, because I care about you. Even though I'll never meet you probably, and I don't know you personally, you watch my show, you give me your time. I can't be responsible for you, but I can't sit here with a clear conscience and tell you a lot of nonsense to get you to do something because I just think, well, if I tell him that, everybody else will get excited and I'll get 1 million subscribers and I'll make all this money. That sounds pretty that sounds a bit scammy to me, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Oh, Michael, hang on. Guest has muted themselves. You've muted yourself, Michael. Unmute yourself, mate.
I'll be back. I got to make a call.
Okay, mate. Nice talking to you, by the way. What do you do for a living?
So I run Airbnbs in Pittsburgh and a renovation company. So.
Oh, very cool. That's hard work, I'd imagine. Do people trash the property all the time?
Only probably like 2% have ever trashed a property,
Well,
but
that's good.
even with that 2%, I bill them through my renovation company, and I make enough to keep doing it, so it works out.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you for what you do. I appreciate it. Nice one. Michael.
Can you hear me now?
I can, mate. What's up, mate?
What do you think about? Do you think, from my understanding, do you think XRP is going to get 5 to 10% of the Swift accounts?
Ah, now there's the right question. Possibly, yeah. I don't. XRP, Ripple, whatever you want to call, whichever way you want to package it up, it's not going to replace Swift. Swift exists.
No,
it's there.
they're not.
No,
It's supposed to complement it. Like it's supposed to complement it. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not. XRP is not intended to take over. It's just supposed to.
No,
it's intended to help it.
But even if it was or wasn't, the banks, Swift isn't going to allow that to happen. It's like Visa and MasterCard. These are the biggest businesses on the planet. They're not going away. I mean, Visa is I think, what do they say it is? 26,000 transactions a second, and Bitcoin does 6 or something like that, or whatever it might be. I forget the number. That's not going to go away. They're going to work with this technology, and they're going to own it and run it. They're going to take over it, in my opinion. So yeah, I don't think. I think Swift will work with Ripple. Yeah, I think that's very likely.
Because if that happens, that's trillions and trillions just flooding into XRP.
Transactions wise, yeah, but not trillions of profit though. Just because transactions exist, how do they make money from the transaction? The point is the transactions are supposed to be micro pennies. They're supposed to be efficient. So how does it make money just because it happens? Just because someone says, well, every transaction is going to be done on Ripple, it has to be monetized. You have to know how they're going to make money. We had this on the show a couple of days ago. Someone said to me, I like XRP because it fixes the payment system. And I went, what do you mean? And he went, well, my friend, it's always someone's friend, it's never them. So my friend says when he sends money, he has to pay all this money, and if he did it on XRP, it'd be free. Well, if he did it on XRP and it was free, Ripple don't make any money, right? They've got to make money. Otherwise, it doesn't make any money, does it? Right? And I said, that's not even true anyway. I said, I have a bank account in Canada, Norway, Europe, and the UK, and the US. And I can send money all the time, anytime I want, for free, instantly. No problem at all. I've got preferred accounts of all these people, and I can send money. It doesn't cost me any money to send money. So there's no payment solution for me. So don't say it's a payment solution, because it's not a payment solution for everybody. I tell you who it is a payment solution for. People in Africa and the third world, they have a real problem moving money around. You want to go to those countries and try and move money with a bank. No chance. And if you put your money in the bank, the government steal it. I know. I've tried it. You go to those countries. So they can really benefit. But because they can benefit the most, they also get exploited the most. And they get manipulated the most. So there's so much we don't know about this yet, mate. I love all the questions. This is great. I love this today. I wish the whole 10 spots filled up with Michaels, Tylers, and Jans. I love it.
Come on, guys, call up.
Yeah, call up. Come on. I've got a lot of trolls going, I'm a bloody idiot. I don't know what I'm doing. What an idiot buying Coca-Cola. Yeah, what an idiot. Call in. Ask me. Ask me any question you want about Coca-Cola, how the business works. I'll tell you inside out of it. Anyway, nobody will. You watch, nobody will. Next question, mate. Tyler, I thought you were going to say something.
Oh no, I didn't have a question prepared yet.
Oh, okay.
I got to think about.
Okay. Michael, what's your thoughts? Are you going to take some profit today? You're up today. No, you're not quite up yet, are you?
I'm still thinking. Yeah, I'm not. I'm in it for the long haul. I think I'm gonna wait still. I'm not gonna sell me. But from my understanding, I thought the Swift thing was basically is like between it's more or less, but it's more or less got to do with the banks and the financial institutions when they make their when they make their purchases, big purchases. From my understanding, like they say, like the SWIFT system is basically the system that the financial institutions use to settle their payments. Like I don't think it really has nothing to do with the regular people. Like I don't think it has nothing to do with regular people. I think it's like all about the financial institutions and their systems and the way they work. Because XRP been around for years. XRP ain't just come out. XRP been around for over 10 years.
Yeah.
It's just that they had that case on them, and that's what stopped their whole growth. That case they had on them. But
Yeah, I
because
get it.
if that case didn't come, XRP would be in the thousands already.
Well,
I hear that a
you
lot.
don't know that. You don't know that. You're just
Well,
guessing.
you know,
Can I
I
use?
mean, you're right. I don't. I'm guessing, but
Yeah,
XRP been around for over 10 years.
yeah.
That's a fact. It's not new.
Michael, I love talking to you. I love the way. Can I use this? Can I use you as an example though, because we can all help people, right? And I'm sure you've got broad enough shoulders and you're wise enough to be able to allow me to do this, right? You're talking to me openly and honestly, and you're not sure about some things, and well, that's why you're calling in, right? You're not sure. Okay, right. However, you're happy to buy the business, and you're not sure what it actually is. Now, I'm not using this criticism, but I'm just trying to, so we all kind of think for a moment, stop and pause. Whenever I've bought a business, or I've bought a car, or a house, or whatever I bought, I've understood every single part of it, and there's nothing I don't know about it before I give someone my money. Imagine if I was talking like you are now, in front of you, to you, and I was explaining it. I was going, this a bit, think about it. Would you give me your money? Literally, if I was stood right in front of you, going, I think it's this, and I think it's that, and blah, 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 blah. Would you literally give me 10 grand of your cash? And let me just walk off into the sunset. Because remember, the people that you're giving your money to, you've never seen. You've not even seen them. But I'm standing right in front of you. I'm a physical person. And I'm saying the things you're saying to me. I think it's this. I think it's that. Blah, I think it's going to go to $1,000. Would you give me 10 grand of your cash and never see me again? And that's better than what you do. Because you don't even see these people. And people do it all day, every day. And I've never met anyone yet, and I'm using an example, but of the 100,000 subscribers, no one has ever called in or spoke to me or emailed me and described the white paper, not like they read it, but like they understood it. Not one person. They all just go, all the headlines and all the different things they've heard, but yet when you ask them that it's just hope, but yet they give billions of dollars to invisible people. I mean, stop and think about that. That's what we do as human beings. There's something pretty wrong here, isn't there, when you think about it? Because you wouldn't do it in the real world. There's no way if I met you down the pub and said, Michael, give me 10 grand of your hard-earned money, and I think my business does this, and I think it's going to do that, you'd go, sod off, mate. I'm not giving you any money.
Right.
Yeah, I'm right, aren't I? I'm right, you wouldn't do it.
You're right, I wouldn't.
There you go. So why do we do it sat on the toilet on our phone? What the hell is that all about?
Yeah, I think it's because of the confidence that certain people on YouTube provide, and all these fancy words they use, and you're like, oh crap, like it's so cheap that somebody who makes little as $80,000 a year, they can get in on this, so it's like it's very luring to.
There you've hit it on the head, and thank you so much. You guys are the best. You're the honest people. You're real. You're being on the show. You're calling up. I love this. These guys are just. They're putting themselves right out there. Here's another one. This is Aidan. He wants to be part of it. Everyone's bloody driving their cars. What is it about XRP, guys? Everyone drives a car. Why is bloody hell? He's even got a bloody pretend steering wheel. What's going on? Oh God, it's weird, but it's human nature. I did a poll on my channel, and I had 1,000 people watching. Michael Saylor present his latest information about Bitcoin. We sat 1,000 people for like 4 or 5 hours and watched it. and I asked, tell me the truth. How many of you have got Bitcoin? Yep, we've all got Bitcoin. How many of you understood even 1% of what he just said? Zero. Nobody knew what he said.
It's
But
like a
we're all
different
happy to
language.
give him our money. What the hell is that? And the more he sounds like he's intelligent, and the more fancy words he uses, and the more confused we get, the more we buy it. How does that work? Aidan, welcome to the show. How are you, mate?
Good, how are you?
I'm very well. Thanks for calling in. Where are you in the world?
I'm not far away from the earlier guy that called. I'm leaving Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I'm heading to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
I
There you
love it.
go.
There you go. Tyler, he's here on the show with you. He's right there, top right-hand corner. Pennsylvania. The
Okay.
boys are in the town. I'm loving it, loving it, loving it. So anyway,
You say it's surprising a lot of us are driving, but I wonder how many of you listeners are just people that are listening on their car stereo, even like housewives doing their chores around the house. It's easy to just leave this show on as a background thing to listen to. That's what I enjoy about your show.
Oh, thank you, mate. How long you been watching?
I think about 3 months.
Thank you very much. Are you a member or not?
I'm not, because I follow several stock channels where I'm learning the charts while I'm driving. I just listen to it, like the technical patterns, the candle patterns, like, head and shoulder, bull flag, inverse head and shoulder, double bottom, double top. I want to learn that while I'm driving, because just like you, one day I would like to retire early and make money with my own money.
That's right.
Funny enough,
Amen.
I'm also using Robinhood like yourself, except I don't do leverage. I don't want to lose more than I have.
Okay. Yeah, it amplifies the gains and it amplifies the losses. Absolutely right. You only ever use margin if you've got an income where you can pay it off in a reasonable period of time. Don't use the market to pay it off hoping it's going to go up. I'm happy to buy Coca-Cola under value. I know it's going to go up, but of course I don't ever know for a certain it's going to go. Oh, look at that. Look, there you go. There's one of my customers. There's one of my customers. Hey, good lad. Go out and buy some more.
I live on Coca-Cola. I'm
there
not
you
kidding.
go. Bloody marvellous, mate. Bloody marvellous. I love that. I think that's funny. That was great, that. Whenever I see a Coca-Cola truck go down the road, I always hoot my horn and go, bip, bip. Cheers, lads. Silly, I know, but it does make me laugh. So what's your thought today about all of this stuff?
I own 10 cryptos, and I think several years ago, well, when you say the stuff today, are we specifically just sticking to XRP, or can I just cover crypto as a whole?
Whatever you like, mate. It's your show.
When I was a kid and I grew up, I hear the older people complaining, well, I used to be able to buy this with my money and now I can only buy this. They're basically talking about inflation.
Inflation.
So now I'm an adult, I'm 20 years old, I start working. I'm like, I don't know what the hell they're talking about. I'm making $100, I can buy $100 worth of stuff. Now 10 years go by and I'm realizing what they were saying is true. I can no longer buy it now what I could back then for $100. And everybody complains about inflation. And I kept thinking to myself, what would be the solution to this? There is only one solution. Make the opposite.
Correct.
And Bitcoin to me was that answer. Now, I'm not saying Bitcoin to the moon, because there is a finite amount of Bitcoin that will ever exist.
Yes.
Whereas the dollar, there is no limit to how much there can be. They print as much as they want.
Correct. But if the reason for buying Bitcoin then is because it's only got 21 million, how is that different than buying the Mona Lisa? There's only one of those, and that always goes up in price. Nothing, is there?
I've actually thought about that, because I'm not going to pretend that I understand I'm not going to pretend that I understand tokenomics entirely, but that's what it sounds like to me. It would be like to tokenize the Mona Lisa. There is only one of it, so let's make 1 million tokens so you can own 1 millionth of the Mona Lisa.
Exactly. I bet they'll do that. I bet somebody will do that.
Sounds like to me.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. So
that's how my search started. I found Bitcoin was the closest thing to an answer that we can possibly have to inflation.
Okay. I'm going to challenge that then. Let me challenge that because you're saying that's the answer, the closest thing to that. So what is inflation? What actually is inflation? Well, it's devaluing. It's not what you just said, things going up in price. It's money getting devalued because it gets more of it produced in the market, so money goes down. It's not things go up in price, it's the money goes down, so you end up having to have more money to buy the same amount of stuff, right? So another guess.
The value of the dollar doesn't necessarily go down, but its purchasing power goes down.
Correct. Absolutely correct.
Yeah.
So if another driver, this is a joke. I feel like flipping James Corden car karaoke. Anybody else want to be driving their car and joining the show? This is absolutely nuts. We'll start doing a sing-song in a minute. Hang on, I'm just reading this. Martin Lucas, Premier set for 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Please double check before. Okay, thank you, Vaz. I've got a premiere coming out. I'll come to you in a moment. That's Hussein. Where are you calling in from?
How you doing, mate? I'm from London, mate.
London. I'm loving it. One of the lads. How are you, mate? Down the old Kent Road.
Yeah, North London, man. How you doing? You all right?
I'm all right. I love that accent. Listen to that, boys. Listen to that. That's a proper London accent there, right there. I'm doing all right, mate. My dad was born in Paddington in the sound of Bow Bells, which you know makes my dad a real Cockney. How about that?
That's right. Around the corner, yeah. That's right.
I love it, mate. I'll come on to you in a second. I want to hear what you have to say. So going back to what our guest Aidan just said about inflation. It's not prices get more expensive. It's the fact that money gets devalued and comes down in price. So near where I live in Cornwall, there's a bit of ruins, right? It's where King Arthur used to walk around, Camelot Castle. And that land is priceless because King Arthur used to live there. It's worth billions. You can't even buy it. It's a few old stones. It ain't worth nothing, right? But it's worth billions. Is it because the castle has become more valuable or actually the money has been devalued over time? And of course, it's not the castle. It's a bunch of rocks. I can't live in it. It provides no service to me. It's just money has been devalued over time. Once upon a time, that castle would have been $1, for the whole bloody thing, right? And it would have been good. It would have been actually working. So you talk about how do you... Oh, let me put Jan up there. How do you actually... Whoops, guess not... okay, that's good. How do you fight against inflation? Right. So if you earn money, you go to work, you get paid, you come home, you stick your money in the bank. The bank lends your money out 10 times. That's why if everybody went to the bank and said, can I have my money back? They would say, no, we haven't got it. 1 in every 10 can get their money out. That's it. Otherwise, there's a bank run and the whole world collapses. So they take your money and they make money from loaning it out. Without your money, they can't make money. They send it out and they lend it out. They lend it out for 8, 9, 10%, maybe 24%.
Legal.
Maybe 24% on a credit card, whatever. And they pay you, if you're lucky, 2%. Well, if inflation runs above 2%, the money you're getting for your money is actually less than inflation, so your money is going down. Every single year, you're losing money if you put it in the bank. So what do? If you're going to keep up with inflation so you can buy stuff today and tomorrow in the future, what do? Well, you can be speculative, and you can buy a speculative asset. So you can buy a crypto coin because it's going to go up 1,000,000%, or you can buy the Mona Lisa, or you can buy a painting or whatever, a collectible, because you need people to pay more for it in the future, thereby outpacing inflation. That's one option. Or you can actually buy... Oh, we got Saab calling in. I love it. One of our original members. We've not seen Saab for bloody ages. Here he is. I love it. One of the old guard now, folks. We've got royalty in the house now. We've got Saab in the house. He's one of the original members. Let me just line him up a little bit. Here he is. All you guys are new, but this guy here, he's one of the old guard. Let me just zoom him in so we can get a good shot of him. There he is. He likes XRP a lot. He loves it. So... that's one option. Or You could buy a business. Now, I like buying businesses. Now, you might say that's rubbish, right? If you buy a Coca-Cola, it only makes $5. It only makes 5% or 2% a year or whatever it does. Now, here's where you're missing the point. You just spoke about inflation. So guess what? The price of those cans of Coke go up with inflation. So the share price goes up. So it outperforms inflation. At the same time, it's a real business making real money without guessing, without speculating, right? If you take a business like Coca-Cola and there's 10 customers in the whole world, there's only 10 people. The population isn't growing. There's not going to be more people buying Coca-Cola next week. There's the same 10 every single year. That's it. We're selling 10 cans of Coke to 10 people today, tomorrow, next week, next year. How are they growing? They're not growing. There's no growth in that business at all. It's not growing. It's going sideways, except it's not. Because the price of their cans of Coke are going to go up with inflation. So guess what? Your share price is going to go up just by owning a business going sideways. Now, this is the key, right? If you invest in the stock market, even if the business goes sideways and just keeps doing the same thing over and over again, you make money. Or on paper, you make money because the inflation keeps going up, so your share price keeps going up. So you keep winning. And if you've got a lot of money, once you make your first million, which I'm on to in about 2 years now, maybe less than that actually, if I get to my million and I'm only in the S&P, I'm earning 100 grand a year without ever risking or doing anything. Just literally living on the dividends, living on the standard growth. Warren Buffett earns more money than the CEO of Coca-Cola. In fact, half of the board added together don't earn what Warren earns because he owns like 10% of the business. So if you own a business that even just goes sideways, you make money. And after a while, once it starts to compound, even a boring old business that just keeps selling Coca-Cola or selling iPhones or whatever it might be, it goes up in price just by inflation. So when you talked about inflation, mate, it wasn't because prices go up, it's because money is devalued. So don't sit on the sidelines with your money in the bank, giving it to the bank. Stay invested, keep it in the market, up or down, doesn't matter. And the only time you sell or move is if the macro conditions have changed and the business has suddenly become something different and they do a bad job or they, diversify or whatever. Anyway, does that kind of explain inflation and why I invest and why perhaps you might?
Absolutely. Can I run an idea by you?
Please do.
Money and inflation. Do you believe that's a thing? Do you know that's the thing? Or do you have absolute conviction that's a thing?
Inflation.
The debasement of money. Do you believe that? Do you know that? Or you have full conviction that's what's going on?
Money is being devalued because humans are essentially greedy and we all want more and everybody wants paying more and profits to go up, so money just gets devalued and we keep printing it. It's all a joke. It means absolutely nothing. We used to have the gold would back up the dollar. That was thrown out of the system back in the late 70s. Doesn't exist anymore. Now money means nothing. This whole thing on the stock market is a fugazi, like they say with the Wolf of Wall Street. It's all a bloody game and a joke. However, if you ignore it and go, it's all a joke, I'm not going to get involved, that's fine. Sit out, sit at home, put your money under the bed, ignore everything and think it's all a joke. And you're absolutely right, it is a joke. It's all manipulation. It's all a nonsense. But I guarantee you'll end up poorer and poorer and poorer every year because your money will be devalued over and over again. So you might not like the game, but it is a game and you have to play it. Life's a game. And if you choose to sit on the sidelines, you're going to lose. Whether you like it or not, it's the way the world works. I don't like it personally. So I wish we all just had money and it was all free.
What I think I'm hearing is you don't believe in inflation. You just know it. You know it. Inflation is real.
Of course. Of course it's a real thing.
So I want to bring this back to Bitcoin. I believe Bitcoin is in the phase where we believe it is deflationary. But once we start all seeing it with conviction, as in this really is deflationary and the opposite of the dollar, the British pound. It will become a knowing, and more people will pile in. We're now in that phase where we cross over from belief to knowing.
Yeah, very true.
Smart.
Yeah, very smart. I like this guy.
Yeah.
This is a great. Now the conversation's getting higher and higher. I'm loving this now. I'm gonna have to start thinking a bit more now before I answer. Okay, you're trying to catch me out. It's clever. No, you're absolutely right. If you've got a product and a service, and I'll make it simple. You produce a can of Coke for $1, you sell it for $2, you make $1. Not rocket science. I think we all understand that. You own that business, you've just made $1. If you own the whole business, you earn $1. If you own 50% of the business, you own 50 cents. If you're Warren Buffett and own 10% of Coca-Cola, you earn 10 cents. Yes, simple. Right, that's obvious. However, if you've got a speculative asset, it is a belief system. And if you get enough people to believe it, that's all that really matters.
There we go.
That's all that really matters. Because Bitcoin is only worth something if you convince the world it's worth something. And that's just like gold. Gold.
We're in that phase now. I mean, even the big banks like BlackRock, for God's sake, we're all piling in Bitcoin.
I can tell you 100% honesty, when I speak to my couple of friends at Robinhood and Bank America, both of them think the whole thing is a load of rubbish. But they do it because you want it.
True.
Because you'll buy it and they'll make money. That BlackRock think it's nonsense. BlackRock, Larry Fink, they've said it. They've gone on record. We think Bitcoin's rubbish, but you know what? It's going to go up. You want to buy it? We'll deliver it to you. We'll give it to you. It's a belief system, and if you could convince the world it's worth something, it doesn't matter whether it is or isn't. It becomes true. It becomes a truth. We all believe it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether it's true or not. What is truth anyway?
Knowing.
Huh?
Right. That was my whole point between believing and knowing. If we all cumulatively believe something, eventually we all jump in with conviction.
Absolutely. It doesn't even matter if it's true or not. It doesn't even matter if it's true or not. If everyone believes it's true, it becomes a truth. It's as simple as that.
I already feel personal conviction towards Bitcoin, as in I'm never selling. As a matter of fact, I put in $50 a day. I don't care if it's going up or down, crashing or skyrocketing. $50 a day for the next 10 years. And
you know,
I'm in profit at 22%. I know it's not a lot and I'm not a millionaire, but it's going up.
I'm going to come to Darren, I'm going to come to Saab, and I'm going to come to Hussein. Just give me 1 second. Getting very busy now. You're absolutely right. Belief is everything. Now, even though I'll say to people, and I do on the show, that's stupid. I'll say, and I say it too many times, but it is. A lot of people are stupid. They don't read, right? They don't learn. They don't listen. It's true. A lot of people just follow everybody. However, some of the happiest people I know are some of the stupidest people I've ever met in my life. One of my friends, he lives in Cornwall, a little village in Cornwall, lives on a farm. He's never left the village. And I mean this. He's never left the village. And one day he came to one of my gigs about 10 years ago and he got a flip phone. And he got one of his phones. And he went, Martyn, look at this. I went, what is it, mate? He went, look at this phone. I can phone people. I can phone my mum. I'm here with you now and I can phone my mum. This guy was the greatest, sweetest, most lovely, amazing person in the world. He was very ignorant. He didn't know hardly anything. He knew a lot about his farm. He knew a lot about his cows. He knew a lot about his sheep. And he had a wonderful life. And his truth and his belief gave him a great life. He didn't want to know outside of England, let alone outside the village. He didn't care about anything else other than his little world. And you know what? He's happy. And there's nothing wrong with that. And if you believe something and it works for you and it makes you happy, go and do it. And if you can convince everybody else to believe it too, and everybody else buys it, you're probably going to get rich. So who's to say I'm wrong? Who's to say they're wrong? Let's come on to Hussein. How are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm fine, man. Good channel, by the way. You did a good job.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. I try my best. What can I do for you?
Yeah, so basically, I'm all in crypto, to be honest.
Right.
And you're right. It's risky, man. It's proper scary, man. I think it's more of a gamble, to be honest. You're absolutely right. It's proper risky, and it's like a casino. Do you know what I mean?
It is. Yeah.
I'm up, by the way. Like, I bought Solana. I've got a few coins. I've got a bit of Ethereum. I've got a lot of Solana. I bought Solana for like 2 years ago for like $20. I bought 400 Solanas, and I'm up big time. But Martin, man, it's scary. It's a scary thing, man. And I'll be honest with you, it's not like it's basically a lot of people in cryptocurrency. 95% will lose money.
Oh yeah, true.
Do you know what I mean?
Do you sleep at night? Do you relax? Do you check your phone at 3 o'clock in the morning?
No, I work nights, so I do check my phone, right? I do a bit of trading sometimes, really, but it's scary because now everything's going back up again, and people are saying that people are saying Solana's going to $1,000, it's going to $500, and I don't believe people. It's all bollocks. And if you listen to people, you're going to get burned. And you're absolutely right. You know what I mean?
Well, you look quite a young man. You look a lot younger than me. I'm 56. I'm guessing you're somewhere in sort of 30?
No, I'm older than that. I'm 48.
Oh, you're 48, mate? So, yeah, that's what it is. It makes you look younger. All right. So, what is your goal? What you invest? Why do you invest? What's the reason you invest? What's the point of it all?
So, I invest so I can give people advice. Hopefully, help people like what you're doing, and hopefully I can retire and help other people.
Okay, all right. So, what if you didn't have any of that risk whatsoever? You just earned money and you earn 10% a year for the next 20 years. You'd be rich enough without taking any risks. Really?
That's perfect. Like you said earlier, because 10% is more realistic, right? A lot of people want 30 to 40 to 50x.
Oh yeah.
And to get 50x, that's a gamble machine. A lot of people won't like this because I'm in the green, right? I'm in the green, and I've got quite a bit of money. I've got not a lot of money, but I've got quite a bit of money, so I'm ahead. But what I'm saying is, if you're not ahead of the market and you want a 40x, it's impossible, man. It's going to be very hard because the crypto market now is too big now. There's too much shitty coins, mean coins. There's other coins coming. It's going to be hard to make money. And a lot of people just get sucked into it. But you're saying 10%. 10% is more better than losing your money. You know what I mean?
Well, if you make 10% every year, and I've made about 30% on the S&P this year by buying and reselling, by buying the big macro dips. And then I should be $1 million within another 2 years. I can earn 100 grand a year with doing nothing. I can just relax. I ain't got to do anything. Just because I bought businesses that earn money, I don't have to risk it. Now, we can all do the same thing. I started with 5 grand 4 years ago. It doesn't matter how much money you've got. 10%, 10%, whether it's $1 or $1 million, it's the same. Over time, it compounds. So, it's nice talking to you. Let me get Saab's opinion. Saab, great to have you here. How are you? Not seen you for ages.
I'm all right, mate. I'm all right. How you doing?
I'm all right, mate. It's tough at the minute with Leah. She's in a lot of pain with her gums at the minute. The cancer treatment's making her face really hurt. It's weird why it is, but we're getting through it. She's having it a lot worse than me, but it's hard watching your wife every night in pain, mate.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Yeah, well, look prayers to Leah.
I know. A lot of people do. We've had so much love. It's amazing. Anyway, what's up, mate?
I came on to just address the Swift question.
Go on then.
All right, so the Swift question, it's a good question, and people should know why it's going to make a difference. Look, if they take over 10%, right? Let's just say 10%, and Swift is just XRP is just one of the coins that could possibly do this, right? There's other coins that could take other percentages, right? So let's just talk about XRP, for instance. If they do take over 10%, and Swift's liquidity is probably about 150 trillion a year, right? That's how much money that goes through Swift. Right? That's how much money goes through Swift. If there's 10% of that, let's just say it's 5 trillion a day, right? What the money that goes through. What would have to happen is XRP's price would have to significantly go up higher because they facilitate. They have to facilitate the money that goes through the system because there's only 100 billion coins. So 100 billion is only worth right now is worth 300 billion dollars, right? So if there's 5 trillion that has to be used, then the price would have to go up to $50. Let's just say about $50 to facilitate just that. That's the reason the price of XRP would go up, just to facilitate the transactions. It's not about the money that you don't make money by the money that burns. You make money by the price would have to go up of XRP to facilitate those transactions. That's why it would go up.
Okay, good argument, some good facts, good information there. Thank you for that, Saab. I all the way through that, I have software which fact checks everything, and everything you said there was fact checked and spot on, because you're giving precise numbers, and I just want to confirm to the audience that was what he was saying, because I saw Hussein went, what, 5 trillion? What's going on? It's actually true. Yeah, I was actually got software that listens to what's being said and tells me yes or no if it's true.
Software is insane.
Yeah, sorry.
That software is insane that it can actually listen to everything.
Yeah, I've got it all the time.
And be like, yep.
Yeah, I do it all the time. This is how I monitor people, and I know what's. Yeah, I use that all the time. He's dead right. Everything he just said there was spot on. But and he's right. I totally agree. That could make sense, and I can see that's a path to profitability. However, I'm just going to use this as a counter argument, even though he's dead right. We've all seen Shark Tank, and I know this because when Mark Cuban told me this, he said the thing they hate the most when someone walks into the Shark Tank and says the mobile phone business is X trillion, or the healthcare business is X trillion, or the drinks business is X trillion, whatever it might be. I only need 1% of it, and we'll all be millionaires. So invest in me, and it's brilliant. However, getting that 1% of that shelf space on any of those businesses is as difficult as impossible, because they protect it like it's the end of the world. So Saab is right. If you get that bit of business and they hold that bit of business, they make that money and we all make money. Great. But that's the question, like he said. And I'm really chuffed he said this, because he likes XRP. He holds XRP, right? So he's got skin in the game. I don't right now, but that doesn't mean to say I change my opinion. I say what I say when that's it. But he owns XRP. But he's right saying that someone else could do it. What if they don't get the deal? What if Swift go, do you know what? We don't need Ripple. We'll go somewhere else. And that's the problem. Now, I like a business that I believe is proprietary and no one else can touch it. Like, there's only one Apple. No one else is going to bring out an iPhone. They can't. Apple's Apple. There's either Apple or Android. That's it. No one's going to come out with a better Apple. I don't believe that. No one's got the brand of Coca-Cola. It's not the bottles. It's not the drink. It's the brand. It's the name. That's why Coca-Cola have like 250 different brands under the banner. You might be buying Coca-Cola every day. You don't even know you're buying it, right? That's the thing.
Can I cut in real quick?
Yes.
Elon Musk talked for a while about bringing out his own Tesla phone that would work off his own Starlink satellite system. If he does that, I wouldn't be surprised if he competes with Apple and Motorola or whatever.
He's been saying that for a long time.
It's just hearsay right now, but if he does it, it will compete.
But when he said it, and I looked into this, it was a joke, and yet it's been expanded on X, and people have done like models of the phone. There is no phone, there is no model, there is no 3D model, but yet people have one. Oh, look, this is the Tesla phone. Doesn't exist.
But he has just bought a share of EcoStar, which is going to give him direct access to the satellites, so that he doesn't have to go with people like Verizon or T-Mobile or anybody to communicate. So even if he's not making a phone, and I don't think he's making a phone anytime soon, but if he does something that's the all app like China have, like an everything app, and I think that's what he's alluding to doing in the future, is to have his everything app that he has Grok, and he has all the payments on there, and Tesla, Elon has links to the payments from the get-go, from PayPal, from the original. And the original thing was always the X Pay, right? There's a lot of connections. He said that he doesn't need to do it yet, but if he feels that he needs to do it, he will.
Let me just jump in. Breaking news. Looks like Trump wants to fire thousands of federal workers to bring the jobs down, to bring this to make the Fed drop the rates.
Approach to the shutdown, which is kind of a different kind of shutdown from what we traditionally see as they look to advance their agenda and sort of treat this as a Doge Part 2 as they sort of continue to shrink that size of the government.
All right.
Bloomberg Skylar Woodhouse reporting live for us tonight.
I just was catching the text before I was able to bring it to you guys, but it looks like Trump wants to fire thousands of positions in government, and that thereby you'll see the jobs come down, and then the Fed will have to lower rates to pay off the debt. Oh my God, it's crazy, and manipulation's gone berserk. Anyway, not very nice for you if you work for the government all your life and now told you're getting fired, and it wasn't even your decision. It was because the government couldn't work out how to solve the problem of the funding. You lost your job, and they used it as an excuse to say, "Well, it's now better for everybody else." Not for me, it's not. I just lost my job. Hey, Hussein, what do you think of that? They're bringing out Elon Musk bringing out a phone. Do you think that'll compete with iPhone? What do you reckon, mate?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I've got a Solana phone.
A what phone?
Solana phone.
A Solana phone.
Solana phone.
Yeah.
What's that then?
Yeah,
who's that with? Who's that with? Who do they do it with? Like, what
From
firm
Solana.
do they do it with?
A phone by Solana? What do you mean?
Yeah. They've got a phone come out. I've ordered one already.
When?
A couple of months ago. What's the phone called, Nazim? It's called I don't know the name of it, but it's called something with the S. But it's a Solana phone from Solana.
You've ordered it 2 months ago. Has it arrived yet?
No, it's coming. It's coming through the post. I had an email. But
who did
I don't know about
who did
Elon
you
Musk.
send money to 2 months ago? 2 months ago.
I done it on the wallet. I done it on the Phantom wallet.
Ooh.
I've ordered it from the Phantom wallet. So I've
You
not dodgy.
sent money on your wallet to somebody for a Solana phone.
Yeah, it was on the website. It cost me about $800.
Ooh.
Apparently.
Do you really believe a phone's going to turn up, mate?
Yeah, because a lot of people have got them already. So I'm just waiting for my one.
Solana Mobile. It's a real thing.
Is it a real thing?
Yeah.
Web3 mobile through hackathons and builder grants for projects developing innovation.
Yeah.
Mobile
I have
experiences.
never heard of that. How about
Name.
that?
What's the name called? I don't know the name. It's called something S.
Saga.
That's it. Savia. Yeah, it's called Savia phone. It's from Solana. And they're bringing out. I think they're bringing out a PS5 Solana. I think some in the future.
A PlayStation as well.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I heard that. I don't know if it's true, but you know what I mean. So
how could they bring out?
Yeah, it's crazy.
They're going to bring out a Tesla in a minute. What do you mean they're bringing out a PlayStation?
That's going to be it's going to be connected with PlayStation 5 or maybe PlayStation 6, maybe in the future. Apparently, that's what I heard.
So Solana are just coming up with like rip-offs of everybody else. Well, what do you sell? We'll make one of them. We'll just call it one of them. That's brilliant.
I mean, I don't know if it's true, Martyn. You know, I've got a lot of Solana. You know, I've just got a lot of it. So hopefully, if it goes up, I make money. So we'll see what happens.
Does it double as a cold wallet?
I don't know if Solana's good at the moment. It's at the moment. Now it's okay. It's doing well, but I don't know about in the future. You can't compare Ethereum with Solana. They're two different things. You know what I mean?
So I think it's obviously the phone is just like one part of the thing. It's just to get one in your hand, right? But it'll be to do publish dApps and Solana dApps. There's a lot of stuff building on Solana like Ethereum. So that Solana are going to be using it so that people start trading different things on it. That's what they're getting people to allude to do stuff like that. Yeah.
Do you think that's good? Do you think that's good? Why you think?
Yeah, it's a seed vault wallet as well.
It could be.
Yeah. I've never heard of it. I'm trying to find out information about it now as you're all talking. I'm like, I've never heard of this.
Yeah, it's the first time I'm hearing anything.
Mobile hackathons, build dApps with your SDK and developer tools. Yeah.
Just trying to hang on. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'm trying to sort of find out about it. I've never heard of that. Well, that's cool. Mate, when you get that, call in and let us know about it. I'm really keen to see it.
Yeah, I will, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So what do you think about Solana, Martyn?
Solana, I don't know. I've never looked into it. I've never looked into it.
Okay.
Our crypto expert on this show is Sensei. He's live every morning, which is 7. What time would that be for you? 6, 7, 9, 12:30 after in the afternoon for you in the UK. He's live every morning, every afternoon for you, and he's also live every Sunday as well at 3 p.m., which is 10 in the evening for you. He's a crypto guy. He's the person. He will tell you all about Solana. I don't know enough, so I'm going to say I know nothing. Yes, Saab.
So, Hassan, I know that Raoul Pal was like one of the biggest pushers of Solana, and he had a lot of stock in Solana. But he sold for a profit and got out and got into Sui instead.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, Sui, I've got Sui as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
But Solana's still pretty good. Solana's still pretty good. I think it could still go up. I think it's a pretty good one.
I'm keeping my Solana. I'm staking it, and I'm getting like 8%. So I'm getting like 3 to 4 Solana every month. I'm getting.
Yeah, I recently staked, and I won't do it again. I didn't like it.
Ethereum.
I staked on Ethereum. I thought, well, I might as well. I got 150 grand of crypto. I wasn't at this time. At the moment I had it, I wasn't planning on selling it. I thought we were still in a reasonable value on the S&P. When it got higher, I thought, oh, hang on a minute, I want to sell this now and buy Coca-Cola, right? So things changed. So I locked it all up, and on Robinhood it said approximately 5 days, could take 3 months, and I thought, they just got to say that for full disclosure. It's not going to be 3 months. It'll be 5 days. So I locked it all up thinking 5 days in, 5 days out. I can live with that. 2 weeks later, I'm still waiting for it to unstake. I can't believe it. I'm very unhappy about it.
Man, I think it's because it's Robinhood, and Robinhood is not really that good at doing that yet. I think there's other platforms that will be way better at doing that. So
maybe it's that.
It's just Robinhood's just new to that.
Well, fair enough.
I got my Solana staked on Robinhood too. I'm curious to see how long it'll take to unstake.
I mean,
I unstaked my Ethereum also. Yeah, it took 5 days.
It was great.
One just to see what it's like.
Yeah, it was great. It was great while it was staked. Great while I wanted to keep it. Every couple of days, I've earned another few cents. Brilliant, marvelous. It's free money. Great, few more. Great, marvelous. In the end, I earned about $35. It wasn't like a huge amount or whatever, but I'm still waiting. It says on the app you can cancel any time if you don't want it before it's staked. You can cancel it. The process. So I've got some Ethereum still staking before I can unstake it. So I've got to go through it twice, and I can't click cancel from staking. So I'm waiting for it to finish staking. That's been like 2.5 weeks. So I can cancel it. So it's going to be like two years time I can start getting my hands on my money. What a bloody joke that is.
Hey, Martin, do you know that Ethereum what you got? That was like $50. That was like $50 about 4 years ago. Ethereum.
You were up $50 on Ethereum, were you?
No, I bought 2 Ethereums at 2020 for like $50 for one Ethereum.
It's a bit different now, isn't it, mate?
Yeah, it was proper cheap. So I got into it and I left it. So I'm so lucky, do you know what I mean?
Have you still got it?
Yeah, I've got 2. My brother's got about 10.
What?
So my other brother's got like 20.
Hang on a minute.
Yeah.
Hang on a minute.
On, lad.
I'm sitting here thinking this guy's just having a laugh. He's just chilled out on the sofa. He's the richest man on the show. What's going on here?
Oh, look, Nick.
Well,
not
yes,
rich,
you are.
Just
yes, you are, mate.
And try to beat inflation, like you just said.
Your mate's not that much inflation. What do you mean inflation? Forget inflation. Your mate's got 10 Ethereum he bought for $50 each. I think you've beaten inflation by quite a bit.
You're sitting on $40,000.
Yes, mate.
Bitcoin was like $2,000 in 2020, and I bought some Bitcoin as well.
Whoa. Hang on a minute.
I think you're missing.
Stop. Hang on. How many Bitcoin have you got?
I've got like I bought like $400-500 worth. I ain't got a whole Bitcoin, so I got a little bit of it, and I bought it in 2020.
I thought you were going to tell me then you bought half a dozen Bitcoin for $100 each.
Yeah, like a third of a Bitcoin.
Yeah, you don't need a whole Bitcoin to be honest. I think you need like maybe a quarter or maybe under half. I think.
We can have as much as you want. It's up to you, isn't it? There's no right and wrong.
You can afford it. I'm saying.
You can have $10 of Bitcoin, $1 million. It's up to you.
No, you're right. $20
I got
maybe
a quarter
$2,000
of a Bitcoin right now.
What was that?
Oh, that's good.
I got a quarter of a Bitcoin right now for $25,000, and it's worth 30,000 now because I'm up 20%.
There you go.
That's a quarter Bitcoin.
I just want to say, so people all know, right? It's important. This you don't beat yourself up if you only own a quarter or a third or a half. It's not important. What's important is how much money you've invested. You can fractional share stocks, fractional share. Because you don't actually physically own a coin. There's no whole string of code that you care about. You either own it or you don't. If you've got $10 a Bitcoin or $1 million a Bitcoin, that's it. That's what you've got. So don't beat yourself up if you've only got a small amount. But I thought for a minute, Hussein, you were going to tell me you had half a dozen Bitcoin then for a second.
I've got a bit of crypto, though. I'm in like 95%. But do you know what? I'm into Coca-Cola shares. That's my next achievement. I'm going to start putting my money into the S&P and start getting 10%, like you just said earlier, a bit safer, so I can sleep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, yeah, sleep's important. Yeah, I wouldn't focus on just being the richest man in the world if you don't sleep at night. It's kind of pointless, really. If you get ill and die, it doesn't really matter. I'd rather be just okay and live a healthy life than be really rich but busted.
Because this cryptocurrency, man, it's up and down quick. 1 minute it goes down the shitter, then 1 minute it goes like high, and it goes down, then it goes high, then it goes. I've been doing it for 4 to 5 years now. I'm used to it, but that's not the point. The point is, you wake up, you're up 40, 30, 20, 30 grand. Next minute, you're up down 30, 40 grand. That's how it is.
I'm not like that. I got to be honest, that doesn't happen to me. I'm not up 30 grand one day and down 30 grand the next. I couldn't cope with that. That would drive me mad.
Yeah, it does. Do you know what I mean?
You do become desensitized. You do become desensitized to it because, and it is something that you're going to have to be careful about as well, because sometimes you can see it dropping 30, 40 grand and you're like, yeah, I'll be fine. It'll go back up. Then it does go back up. And if you're too desensitized about it, you have to be careful about that too. You've got to train yourself to to figure that out. But would you say, Hassan, that you got into you invested in the future 4 years ago and you did a good job?
Yeah, because what happened was, I think in 2020 I was going to work. You had coronavirus, you had black rights, you had all these situations, right? And I thought it was a cover up. So I thought to myself, hang on a minute, I've got a bit of money in the bank. Let me do some research. And I Bitcoin, a bit of Solana, a bit of Ethereum. No, not Solana at the time, because that never come out. A bit of XRP. I've had XRP.
I love this guy. I love this guy. We all love this guy, right? This guy. We need you on the show regularly. We need a good old London boy. We need a good old London boy like this calling in. I love it. I love the way he explains it.
So I've been doing it for like 4 years now, and everybody was looking at the news and stuff, the negativity, and I was trying to get my money, trying to get, better myself. To get my money more higher, beat inflation, and touch wood, I've done it.
Good for you,
but
mate.
I did gamble though. Yeah.
Well, if
anyone can do it, you don't have to be clever.
No, that's very true. That's very true. But now you've got all this money, you could just discover a great business and own the business and earn 10% a year and never have to worry again.
That's my plan. That's my achievement. After the bull run, I think in the next couple of months, maybe next month, this month, maybe December, or maybe November, when it goes down the shitter, crypto, I'm going to try and sell it at the top and go buy Coca-Cola and get 10% mine.
How do you feel though? Because this is the truth, right? Let's say we all go on a bull run. Let's say it all explodes next week, next month. I don't know. October, made up word, but it's a real word apparently. October, everything explodes, and we're all up 100% on XRP and Bitcoin and Ethereum. Everyone's rich. However, you all click sell. Not everyone's going to be rich though. All the people that you sell it to own it at the top, and it goes down, and they're all owning it, going, "Oh, damn it." There'll be thousands and millions of people who will buy your coin off you at the top going, "Oh, now I'm out of the money."
Good, let them learn the hard way.
Yeah. It's sad, man.
Everybody has to go through the fire.
Oh,
I went that way too. In the beginning, I had these golden eyes, like, woohoo, everything's going up. I'm buying in, it all tanks. And now I'm like, what did I just do?
Yeah.
So now I'm taking my time. I've been in the stock market 4 years. The first year and a half, I screwed up left and right. Kind of like you were saying earlier. You just learn the hard way. You can hate yourself and give up, or learn and keep going. That's what I do.
What Martyn says, buy the dips. by the red zone. When it goes to red, buy it. That's your best friend, to be honest.
Look, everybody has to go through the fire, and I believe that's the only way you get, to learn how to invest.
Like, let him go through the fire.
Going through the fire.
Oh yeah, that's bloody right. Oh my God.
Ring of fire.
Well, I think slightly differently. I don't want to come across as some sort of, holier than thou or anything, but I believe in building things and then passing things on. My greatest wish is I can build this channel to 1 billion, which I believe we can be the first to do that. And then Sensei takes it over and he runs it for 20, 30 years and then he hands it on and we build something. And when I own a great business, I believe that I can sell the great business because it still makes money to somebody else, not because it's trash and broken and rubbish, and somebody else can own a great business and it carries on. I think there's something a little bit broken in people. No disrespect, but let's buy and pump something with no value whatsoever, and when we get it to the highest amount ever, we sell it and sod the bloke who buys it from us. That's essentially what you're doing. Just putting it out there for a conversation.
If you're making money, somebody's losing money. That's literally what happens.
Yeah. Yes, but if the business you're selling continues to make money, no one's going to lose. If we all knew tomorrow it was the last ever day of Bitcoin, it's going to be zero tomorrow, and we all sell it, and the poor bloke who didn't know the news, he buys it and goes, bloody hell, mate, you didn't tell me it was going to go zero. Oh, well, I don't care about you, mate. You've lost all your money. Well, what about that bloke? Just putting the conversation out there.
Yeah, no. You said just earlier on today. You're like, I hope everybody sells their Coke because I'll buy it.
Yeah, because it makes money. It's not a bad business for me to own. Yeah. It's never a bad business.
Somebody's always gonna lose, and somebody's always gonna win.
Yeah, but if you buy something that's always good and makes money and it keeps on going, no one loses. But if you sell something that's now gonna go down the toilet, and it's gonna, because that's why you're selling it, right? You're going to sell Bitcoin or XRP because you think tomorrow it's going to crash. Oh, it's going to go to zero.
Not because it's going to crash. Because you're going to take profits. You're selling it because you want to take profits.
This is probably my problem then, because I've met my audience as I was the piano man around the world. Even though I'm on a camera and there's no one here, I really believe that Saab is sat there in his house. I've seen his wife walk past, and Tyler and Hussein and all of you. I see you sitting there, and our friend there driving his car, Aiden. You're real people, right? And what we do here and what we say is real lives, real human beings, right? And I remember watching Roaring Kitty that day he came back with the bloody bandages around his head, and 1 million people were waiting to hear him say, boys, we're all going to buy GameStop today and get rich. And the guy was a bloody lunatic, and everyone's going, Martyn, don't call him a lunatic. He's not bloody, he's bloody rich, he is, this bloke. Yeah, but he just basically crapped on every single one of you.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Is that right?
But that is the definition of a meme coin. One person hypes it up, and that's what Roaring Kitty did.
Yeah, he did it on GameStop, a business, but I take your point, right? And that's kind of what it is,
It's not a meme company, it's a real company with a long history.
Yeah, yes, yeah. So, nothing wrong with making money, but I just think we've got to be a little bit like, let's give a little bit of care to other people around the world, right? As long as we got enough to live, I'm happy. I want to grow my YouTube channel. I want to pay the bills. I want to pay Leah's medical bills, cancer bills, and all this shit, and just get on with it. I don't need $1 million. I don't need a Ferrari. I don't need any of that stuff. Let's have a nice time. But let's not be that channel that tells everybody we're all going to buy this coin, and I've got this big audience, and I'm making all this money from talking rubbish, and then I just sell it just before I come on air, and everyone goes, it just crashed. Don't worry, everybody. I made millions.
It's all bollocks, I bet.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely. But you know what? Do you know what's really funny, Hussein? The audience come back for more. What was that guy called? He was Raoul Paul? What? No, the guy who was the boxer. He's a YouTuber.
Andrew Taylor. Andrew Taylor, isn't it?
No.
Andrew, is it Taylor? Go on.
No, is it
Joe Rogan?
Paul? Something
Jake
Paul.
Jake Paul.
Jake Paul, yeah.
Jake Paul.
Him. He brought out the crypto coin. on YouTube. He took all the money. He trashed his old audience.
Yeah.
They still watch him. Millions.
Of course. You know, people
How is that right?
No, people are just influenced so much these days. They just want to follow something. It's you know, and to them, it's to their own detriment. So,
what's that other guy? The guy who's been accused of being a paedophile and everything. He's a big online influencer. Terrible bloke. People follow him.
The Hawk Tua girl was another phenomenon like that. Hawk Tua coin.
I don't know. There's a guy. I think two brothers. Was it whatever?
Well, it's Jake and
Taylor.
Andrew
Tate. That's it.
Andrew Tate.
Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a scumbag.
He's got a massive following. He goes online, everybody watches, and he just literally laughs at you and influences you and takes all your money and doesn't even care. And he's quite open about it. Huh?
Yeah, not
He's
good.
fake. He's all fake. He's all bollocks. It's not real. You can tell. You know, it's not real. People just drive a Ferrari. I don't. All I need is a roof over my head, my wife to always support me in hard times.
There we go.
And my bed. That's what I need.
And a cup of tea and a digestive biscuit and fish and chips on a Saturday.
That's right. In England. Yeah, that's right. That's what you need. That's what you need in life.
I tell you what.
And a bit of money.
I tell you what. Honestly, is there a greater thing? Fish and chips, fresh fish and chips on a Saturday. This is priceless stuff, folks. If you know what I'm talking about.
Friday. Fish and chips to Friday, Martyn.
Oh, is it Friday? I don't bloody care what day it is. Absolutely brilliant. Folks, I could talk for hours and hours and hours. I've loved every second of this. This has been one of the great nights. We've got a premiere. Vaz has just put out something. It goes live. I want everyone to watch it because I've been live with you now all day and I want you all to watch this. Vaz has got a premiere coming out. It's really cool. This looks really good. He just recorded it. It's 4 minutes long, so it's not very long, and I want everyone to watch it. Let me put it on the screen, and I'd love you because Vaz... Is Vaz in the chat? Vaz, are you in the chat? Everyone's going to watch it, mate. If you come in now and say, yeah, I'm in the chat, here, I'll get him on the bloody phone. Look, watch. Get him on the phone, and if Vaz, call in. If you want everyone to watch your video, you've got to ask them nicely. Right. Let's see if he comes. Here he is. He's going to call in. Hello, mate. Right, I need you to call in quickly on the show. Can you call in? Can you call in on the show quickly? Right. You've only got a minute. To give you the minute. All right. The same links in the chat in Discord. All right. Cheers. Bye. All right. He's going to call in right now. Okay. So let me give you that link. I got to make him work for it. Right. This is the event. We're going there live right now. Hope everybody look at this. It's a very cool thumbnail. So let me end the poll. Are you an XRP? 87%. How many votes do you think we had? 1,779. Bloody hell, look at that. Let me put Vaz in here. Vaz. Let me stick him in spot number 5. There he is. Hey, Vaz, how are you, mate? You have got all of 2 minutes to convince 356 people, and we got the best people in the world here today. We've got Aiden, we got Saab is here. You know Saab very well. Hussein, you'd love Hussein. Oh, yeah. He's brilliant, this bloke. And we got Tyler. Tell them why, after 4 hours of sitting through me rabbiting on talking nonsense, why they should come and watch your video for 4 minutes. I reckon it's going to be really good, but you got to tell them why to watch it.
Because I've got a very short video. This is the first time ever we can see the two market leaders.
Is that your key selling point? It's a short video.
Yeah.
The reason you should watch it is it's really short. It's rubbish, but it's short. Come on, Vaz, go again. Try it again. Start again. Start again.
Right, flying taxis, EV tolls, advanced air mobility, you name them. We've got a little...
Hang on, Vaz, I'm going to come and cut you off again. These are crypto people. How does this link to crypto? Vaz, if they look at this stock, this can make them a lot of money, then they can buy some more XRP. Vaz, try again, mate.
If you buy these companies, if you buy this stock, it can make you a lot of money, and you can buy more crypto.
Buy it, it's speculative.
We believe this is sort of new Tesla. We are in the early days of new Tesla. Archer, Joby, Vertical Aerospace, flying taxis, electric flying taxis. So look at the electric vehicles.
I'm going to ask the audience, start a poll. After that, hang on, I can't say it quick. I'm running out of time. After that great intro, Hussein's going, I'm going out down the pub, mate. I ain't got time for this. After that great intro, will you watch? Come on, everybody. He's a good bloke, isn't he? He means well. I know he's from the Czech Republic and he comes out with some silly stuff, but do you know what I mean? Give him a go. After that great intro, will you watch? Yes or no? You've got 1 minute. The premiere's about to begin. There it is. I'm just literally getting the link. I'm going to put it over here, so the end of the show will automatically go there. So you don't have a choice anyway. Basically, you don't have a choice. Even though I'm asking you, I'm just going to make you watch it, whether you like it or not. Hussein, will you watch it, mate?
Of course, mate.
There you go. There he is.
Love it. What about Vertical Aerospace is up 7.8% today? Let me tell you why.
Oh, yeah. Good upside. Yeah. There's no news, Sab. It's just the chart development. It's just the mechanics of the stock price. Yeah. It can sell off in next coming days. It can go up. There's a lot of catalysts coming for Vertical. We are waiting for their second aircraft. We are waiting for their...
Has it got some batteries?
It's got a lot of batteries, yeah.
Batteries. It's got some batteries.
Yeah, it's full of batteries, Martyn.
Is it big news? Is it breaking news? You don't want to miss this.
You don't want to miss this. No, we don't want to miss this.
If you watch Vaz's show, it's the same every time. Every time. You don't want to miss this. I'm going, you said that on the last time. You said that the last time. But we'll give a benefit of the doubt. Maybe this time different. Maybe. All right, okay, it's all set. We're all going to watch it. Vaz, it's going to be your best video ever. Now, this is what I want, folks. I've sat here for like 6 hours, right? I think I deserve it, right? It's a 4 minute and 40-second long video. That's all it is. It's about to start. Can we all watch? Because Vaz has never had a video that's done 100% of watch time. I have all the time. It happens to me all the time. I'm joking. It's never happened to me. But right, here he goes. Can you all say in the chat right now, right, that you're going to watch this? It starts in 1 minute and 53 seconds. I want to see 345, because there's 345 of you now watching. I want to see 345 yeses in the chat. Yes, we're going to watch for 4 minutes and 45 seconds. The very first YouTube video in the history of YouTube to get 100% watch time. Because most people go, I've seen enough after 10 seconds. Hussein, tell the truth. On the average YouTube video that you see, other than this show, how long do you watch on average, would you say?
About 3 to 4 minutes.
Do you? Hell, mate, that's quite good. You were supposed to say 10 seconds, but doesn't matter. That's good. Okay. You're not one of those guys who scrolls through on the shorts then really quick like that.
No, I just when it comes to investing, you've got to be patient in it and be patient and just watch, really.
Right.
Don't miss nothing.
Mate. Spot on. There you go. It starts in 56 seconds. That's it from me. I'm going to end the show. It'll take you automatically there. Thank you ever so much. Darren, in the last dying seconds, you've got about 5 seconds, Darren. Number 6, Darren, you've just come in the last 5 seconds. 5 seconds, go.
How are you, Martyn?
I'm all right, mate.
From Australia.
I'm all right. Australia.
Sorry,
mate.
I had to leave before. See you next time.
See you next time. Right, folks, the premiere is about to begin. We're about to start. That's it from me. Thanks for calling in. It's been one of the greatest shows in the history of the world. I've loved it. Thank you, Hussein. Thank you, Vaz, Darren, Saab. Great to see you back. Aiden, Hussein, and Tyler. You have been the stars of the show. Thank you very much. 10 seconds. Stay where you are.
Please do this more. Please do this more, Lucas.
Mate, I do it every day. But most people are too lazy to call in. It starts now. It starts now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.